Hold on. That should fix it. That should fix it. That should fix it. Should be hearing me now. You should hear me now. Yeah. Ah, snap. It's a gun show today. Y'all can hear me, right? Hey, Remy 3D. Awesome. All right, good. All right, so what I was saying before we got into it, welcome, guys. I've been seeing you guys throughout the week during the streams. It's nice. It's a pleasure seeing you guys throughout the streams, you know, supporting everybody else, all your community. So, you know, it's nice to just shout you guys out. And it's my day. It's my day today, Thursday. As you know, Thursday is my day. And I'm going to own it. But I'm just trying to give you guys some shout out. Jose, Robert, DeWitt, Teza, LaSync. Hey, what's up, Mr. Seven? A Major, Crabster, Remy. Welcome, man. Welcome, guys. So, as usual, what we got prepared for today is I'm going to finish what I started here. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was slacking on this. Like, I was doing some prep work in the background. But I'm going to be honest with you, I was slacking this week because I'm working out a lot. As you can see, I'm kind of putting on some muscle here. So I've been working out a little bit, and that's been making me a little exhausted. As you know, health is really good. It's good to start working out just to maintain my health. Even though I love the hobby, I still got to move around and stuff like that. I am currently printing something on this machine here. I just want to make sure it's behaving itself. On the V2, I forgot to print out some MGN12 clips, you know, the little clip to align this in place. So I forgot to print that out, so I'm working on that right now. That shouldn't take long to print. But yeah, how are you guys doing? How was you guys' week? How's everything? Let's chat up real quick before I can, you know, dive in, because you know once I dive in, it's all about trying to get this thing going. You're awesome, great guy. I appreciate it, man. Hey, thank you, Jose. Appreciate you guys. Rasman, what that I see here? Oh my goodness, you cracked me up, DeWitt. Hey, Nick, what's up? So let me see. So the prep in the background, which I don't do on stream. I really need to be honest with you. It's just. I really need to figure out a way to do certain things on stream, because you know if I follow myself, these streams will turn into like 4-hour streams, right? Because I like interacting with you guys on top of that. I don't want to just be boring. I like chatting with you guys back and forth. It's really nice, especially when you guys ask me some question and pick my brain. I really love those kind of conversations. So, but doing that and doing this can take for hours, right? So I try to like be mindful of everyone. But what I did in the background really was just finish taking down the frame. I did use a Dremel to cut this down a little bit. So as you can see, it's kind of cut down a bit. Let me change view so you guys can actually see that a little close up here. So as you can see, it's a little cut down a little bit there. So I just use a Dremel. It was an easy cut, just mark it and cut it. Those are the little things I just don't want to do on live, because it's in a Spark, and you know, it's not the safest thing to do on live stream while you're doing this. So just to kind of cut down on a little bit of time, I did went ahead and drilled some holes where the extrusion is going to mount like this. So I have it pre-tap and set up already. So this should be really easy. Like again, just kind of save some time, make it easy on myself. I'm here watching this, doing the bed level in here, so I'm just making sure this is going on right. Alright, let me catch up with you guys. Week's good, ready for a long weekend. Awesome, almost weekend. Kids' birthday parties, that's lovely. That is love. I had a great week, finally have some Trident printing. That's fantastic, DeWitt. We wouldn't complain if you went 4 hours. Alright, I'll keep that in mind, Tessa. Well, that's good. Hey, Axe Potato, how you doing, buddy? Famous last words. Are you kidding? Doing unsafe things is what helps my channel grow. I may imply. It depends on the, depends on how everyone takes it. I may, I don't mind extending the stream a little bit and just incorporating a little bit more of what I do to cut some of the stuff. I don't mind. But I'm in a little room, so I just got to be careful where sparks go and where things fly. Maybe one of these days, maybe one of these streams, maybe like on the TikTok build. I do have to cut some extrusions on that, so maybe on a fresh TikTok build, I'll just cut everything, just from scratch, cut everything, drill everything and everything on screen. I think that would be pretty cool, just the full experience, since it's a smaller printer. So I may just do that. I may do that on a live stream and go from there. So I think that would be fun. But yeah, so yeah, this thing is now doing this thing over here. It's like doing the bed mesh, just kind of watching it go down. Let me see how you guys, hey, Beast 3D. Hey, welcome to the channel, man. I see you around in the streams here and there, welcome to the channel. Making sure this goes down. I want you guys to see it so you guys can see what I'm watching. So you see my V2 back there? It's doing a bed mesh there, so I just want to make sure it goes down before I do what I gotta do. Alright, so now it's heating up. I just want to make sure I put down the filament properly before I do anything else. Alright, let's get down to business. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mount the motors here. I did have to buy taller motors, so I'll show you guys that. Hey Noto, what's up, man? Welcome. Happy to see you around, buddy. So as you can see, the difference in size here. Let me put you back on my main capture here. So you see the difference in size. So this was 300 millimeter, or I think 310. This is 350, and I needed this because of the size. I thought the 300 millimeter was gonna work. So now I'll end up with 4 lead screw stepper motors. Now I may have a use for this at another build. Maybe another build down the road, I can actually use this to do something with. So I just, instead of just returning it back to Amazon, I decided to keep this and just order this instead, just make it a little longer. Because I can always build something with this, You never know. I'm always building printers anyway, so I can definitely use it for future purposes. Alright, let me watch this go down real quick, guys. Just want to make sure it's good. It's one of those things where you gotta watch the first layer a little bit, just to make sure nothing can go wrong. I'm just gonna make sure the first layer go down right. Okay, we are in business. We are good. We are good, guys. We are good. It's printing. All right. Let me keep up with you guys. Hey, Shardell, what's up, bud? Happy to see my friends around, man. Hey, man, listen, I appreciate you guys. I love seeing you guys' name pop up on the screen. It's printing good right now. Just printing out some, yeah, it's printing good right now. Sorry, I'm going to start so that way we can, we can chat and ramble and work. So I'm going to go ahead and change view here so we can get this going. So do a close-up cam. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is put this together and then mount it under. Let me see what's the best way to do this. I'm going to find the best way to do this. I'm going to let you guys get a close-up so you guys can see what I'm doing, but yeah, I'm going to have to run this under and do it this way. I have to bring you guys in a little closer here. Let you guys see what I'm doing. All right. So I might have to do something like this. I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something like this to get this going. Yeah, I'm gonna do it that way. I gotta pop screws out. Yeah, it's been a good week for me, guys, so far. Not a bad week at all. I can't really complain. Hey, Nuno. How you doing, buddy? Oh, you forgot your headphones today? Oh, man. It happens sometime, man, you know? Sorry, guys, I'm hunting for a little bit of screws here. The ones that I had in there initially, they're all rounded up. So now I'm going to have to be digging in my M3 screws. And I know I have a little bit more M3 screws than this. I may have to look in my little bucket. But I'm going to see what I can find. How's the car? The car is good. It is. I got the glass fixed. I got the windows fixed. I did get myself a book bag, and they did issue me. My job issued me a new laptop. I had to buy some flash drives out of my pocket though, which kind of sucks. But it wasn't too bad. It's like $50 worth of flash drives, some 64 gigabytes, some 32 gigs, and I need that in order to like. Wipe and re-image a machine. For those of you who are technical, like techs, like software techs, there's like Windows images that you put on these flash drive, and it has built-in script to basically wipe a machine, upgrade it, configure it with all of the policies and all of the settings that it need, because the login we use at our school is domain login, so they don't log in physically locally on the computer. It's a domain-based login. So all of that gets set up when we wipe the machines. So I had to buy my own flash drive because I lost a whole bunch of Samsung flash drive are expensive, and I had 12 of them, and all of them were stolen. So that really sucks, okay? Like, that really sucks. So I had to buy some cheaper flash drive. Clearly I can't afford a ton of Samsung flash drive like a district can. So, but overall, I'm fine. It is what it is, you know. I just learned my lesson here that just not to keep valuable in the car, especially in my backpack. So that's what it comes down to. Oh, I have a what's the name going on. There you go. So that's lesson learned there. So I know better now. Not to leave my backpack in my car. Could be better if it wasn't working, you know. For sure. For sure. You guys can hear me, right? Just making sure you guys can hear me clearly. Just let me know if you guys can hear me. Yeah, I'm just hunting for some screws here, some 12mm M3s. Hey, Ian. Please, no more imaging. I can't take it. Spend all week wrestling with new domain deployments and legacy. Yes, bro, we're gonna talk the same language today, Ian. I hate imaging, bro. Like, could you imagine, imagine delivering like laptops, okay? Because I'm a technician, so, and I understand how the imaging works. But imagine schools getting 100, 200 laptops, 300 laptops, and you got to image every single one of them, okay? It's repetitive, it's annoying, it is like, yeah. So I understand your frustration, Ian. I hate imaging laptops, but it's a part of the job, you know? That's why I like doing this. I prefer building 3D printers all day than to image a bunch of computers every single time. I hate it. Sometimes gets low, so I have to turn up the volume to max. Okay, I can increase my output. Let me increase my output. I just don't want to be super loud, so just let me know if I'm super loud, guys. I can increase my output. I try to balance it so I'm not popping too much, but I'll increase it just a little bit. Just let me know if it's a little louder, and then we should be okay. But it looks like I'm not popping, so you should be able to hear me nice and clear. Roger, sound is solid 9. Nice, awesome. Thank you, DeWitt. I have to go back and watch. Catch you later. All right, Nuno, I'll catch you later, man. I'll be on still, so no worries. You'll be able to catch a little bit of me. Hey, Richard. Welcome. How you doing? God. See, it's best. Sometimes it's best to stay prepared, man, because then I would be putting this together already, you know? Me slacking. Okay, that's a 12. This is a 12 right here. I guess it doesn't have to be all black, so I'm just gonna mix them in a little bit. Doesn't bother me too much. That's a 12. A little too long there. It really does pay to organize the screws, guys. It's a mess. Alright, find another one here. There's another one. And I need, so that's 4. I need 3 more. Boring work that seems to take forever. Are you a long way from the mic? I probably am. The mic is right here, so it's not too far. If you guys can see it, well, I can't pull it too much, but the mic is literally right there. So, and I have it set up where it's a bit directional, so that way it's not picking up background noise. If you notice, you don't hear any background noise because I have it set. But I don't mind literally turning it up some more. I'm okay with it, as long as it's not, you know, as long as you guys can stand my annoying voice. Sometimes you gotta make fun of yourself, you know. As long as you guys can stand my annoying voice, you know, we're good. I can turn it up. I don't mind. So, it should be much higher now. So if you can hear me, let me know. And I'm gonna point it a little towards me too as well. So. Hey, have you seen my screw organization? It's the bomb. I was tired of digging for screws. You know what? I could have done a better job of preparing myself here. It's just me being lazy this week. Honestly, I should have. I'm usually prepared, but yeah, this one was one of those ones I'm like, it is what it is, you know? You guys can see my V2 back there, look, just eating up prints. Look at that. That sucker is fast. That is at 20K acceleration, 250 millimeters a second everywhere, except for the outer perimeter, which I set at 250 at 8K acceleration. Travel is at 700 millimeters a second at 20K acceleration. So it is pretty zippy, and that's with Voron tap, okay? Now, that's with tap, and it's eating through those prints like nobody's business. It is amazing. Just need 3 more, really. Just 3 more. I can't find it. You can do it. I've been into networking for over 30 years, done hundreds of new install when domain change. Oh, that's awesome, Teza. That's great. My goal, honestly, my goal other than YouTube, guys, like I love YouTube because, you know, hopefully my channel takes off at some point. You know, I'm not in a rush or anything like that. It grows, you know. But my goal is really to become, I'm studying right now to get my CCNA. And my goal is really to try to start like messing with routers and network and switches and stuff like that. If I can land myself a government job, like a contracted military or government job that pays quite a bit for installing networks, I'll be super happy. So that is my career goal. Like if YouTube don't go anywhere with this, I'm literally aiming for that. That's my goal. Because I like that stuff. I like messing with network and switches and that type of thing. Outside of 3D printers, you know. So that's one of my aim. Is to do something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. You just need one more. And we're good. Alright, we got it. We have enough. We got it, fellas. So go ahead and install this, like pre-install these. We keep up to you fellas. Hey nerds, are those? Welcome to the stream, bud. Are those lack the printer? Are those lacks the printer on in the background? Are you talking about these? So those are, if you're talking about the locks, those are Annex K3 locking clips. If that's what you're mentioning. Those, I really like the Annex K3 locking clips. They're very, very, very nice. I absolutely love them. Absolutely love them. They're phenomenal. Hopefully this is not too long. I think I might have gotten a little bit of a long screw, guys. Hold on. Hold on. I think I may have went a little too long on the screws. I'm just going to test something. What input shaper do you get with your printer? All of them are over 20K accel. So, so most of my printer input shaper. So the input shaper result on this 7 for the 2.4 is I'm getting overall about MZV and ZV. So I get those, and the trick to that is if your belts are too tight, you won't get that result. And that's what I'm learning with the printers. Anytime you over tighten the belts, for some reason the result gets aggressive with the input shaping. But when you loosen the belt a little bit, because my trick to find out if the belts are tight or loose, listen, I don't use like the method where people use like sound listening, the app or something to find the right frequency. I don't do that. all I do is just use my hands and just make sure that when I move the gantry, it's moving smooth as possible. Like, you shouldn't feel any tight resistance moving the gantry. Anytime you feel that, the belt is too tight or something is off where you're not moving freely. So as long as the gantry can move smoothly without tons of effort, without too much effort pushing it, then you know your belts are pretty good. And then usually the input shaper results for me are like MZV, ZV kind of results. So as long as it's that, you're kind of in the clear. Now, don't get me wrong. The reason why my printers are all over 20K in acceleration is because the results I get with MZV is not really 20K. It's like 11K or 12K-ish. But what I'm doing is I'm just pushing the machine to its limits, or at least to its capabilities, in areas that it doesn't matter. You know, like on infill, the inner perimeter, on travel. But then on the outer perimeter, I set it as what the input shaper result is. So like 12K on the outer perimeter, and it's fine. So if you're curious, that's what I'm doing. I'm just using trickery and some optimization to get away with the speed. Yeah, nothing special. Nothing special. Nothing special. It's already done, guys. Look at that. Look. I'll show you how fast I was. That was quick, guys. Look at that. Let me show you. That was pretty quick. I'm a where's my so that's I'm taking a little detour. I want to show you guys. See, this is why I like speed. This is why I cannot print slow ever again. Okay, so look at this print. So this print was estimated on Cura to took about almost what, an hour and a half ish, somewhere around there. But look, well, at least it says a slicer. See the slicer time? But look at the total time. Like, but the reason why it's still counting, because I have the fan automatically trigger. There's some fan, you know, the fan in the back to exhaust all of the VOCs. It automatically, I was set to trigger, so it's counting still as if it's the print is not done, but it's really done. So the print was done pretty much right there. Look at that, 30 minutes or less, something like that. So pretty quick. And I started it right as I turned on the stream. So there you go. It's pretty fast print. Okay, so let me go back to my main here. Hopefully you guys can see me. Hey, the camera frozen again. Could you pop that in and out for me? Thank you. Yikes. Clicking over all over the place here. Okay, thanks for the answer. I'll copy your trick. Yeah, it works great, Miss 7. Not a lot. Doing the usual, watching some stream to fill the time. Awesome. I feel the need for speed. You already know, Richard. I like printing fast, and I want to get with you, Richard, because I would like to see that V2 that you're building print fast too. Like, it's not going to be a slouch with me. I'll definitely get you there. How come your hot end is not cooling? So that's because I have it set anytime the fan triggers. It's the way I have it set in the slicer DeWitt. So basically, the way I put the fan, my hot end don't cool down until the fan turns off, and then the hot end start cooling down. So right now it's just still, the bed is cooling down, but as soon as I think I put a minute or two in the slicer for the fan to spin. But once that's done, then it turns off the hot end. So, but I can always change that. I can just have the hot end turn off, and then, you know. But it's just the way I had it in the slicer set. So yeah. Hopefully that answered your question. Your cam froze. Yeah, it should be up now. Yeah, I just realized it froze. Alright. Let's see if we can put this in place. I think I'm using too long of a screw though, guys. I feel like it's super long for no reason. That gets way longer than I want. Yeah, it is way too long. I should have measured the size screw I used, but I guess we're gonna test today and see which one works. That was a little longer than I wanted to, but and this is the awkward way of doing this, so don't follow me, guys, but I'm just, you know, since I don't want to mess with anything to get it installed. Okay, I guess I'm okay then. I guess I do have room for it too. Okay. Never mind. I guess we're good. The cooldown is supposed to be after the hot and turns off to cool down later. Yeah, I really need to change the way I have the end slice G code is, because yes, I did realize that the way I placed it, it actually doesn't turn off the hot end yet. It's an easy change, though. I've just been lazy about it. Nice to see you use the turn it backwards to start the threads. Yeah. Okay, once we get this down, you know we're straight. So we can kind of get the rest in. Alright, see now it's tightened up there, but there's so much more room. So I'm wondering, like, I might have to, see that gap? I don't think I'm using the right size. So I want to say, if I remember, it was 12mm thread screws. So let me grab my screw pack, guys, because this is not going to work. And I'm pretty sure, remember, it was 12mm screws is what you use for this setup. I'm pretty sure. Prevent 99% of cross threads. Yep. Cross threading is just the nature of Loctite. Let me grab my thing real quick, guys. I have a bunch of screws here. Screws, but I'm looking for one specific set of screws. Oh well. Really? Wow. Well, I guess I I'm out of luck here, guys. I'm gonna have to. Well, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. I didn't want to have to keep digging into this thing. See, now what I'm going to do after this stream is over, I'm literally going to toss out this whole screw set and actually organize it. Now that I realize the pain in the ass that this is causing me now, I'm definitely going to appreciate organizing screws a little bit better. I got away with it so far, but now looking for a specific set of screws, it's now biting me. And I know it's a specific size because there's too much length on the screws. There's too much length on the screws, yeah. It's a specific size. It's impressive, really. So, I want to say it's. I want to say it's these right here. I want to say it's this. Let's try. Let's try. Doesn't hurt to try. Doesn't hurt to try. Ah, yes. I think this is it. This is exactly it. So it wasn't 12, it was 10. I knew it was too long. I'm like, there's no way. Okay, well, let's try the other side then. Screw needs to be organized. Nothing worse than grabbing the wrong screw for the right bit. Dude, you don't understand. I think, and I knew this was gonna bite me, guys. Like, honestly, I knew this was gonna happen. Like, yeah. I can't blame anybody but myself here. I'm gonna be very honest about it. Like, it's all on me here. Totally, all on me. Yeah. This is definitely my fault. Let's take this off too. You'll need to be like Liam Neeson with her screws. Line them up, take them out cold. Yeah. And I got too much too, and that's the problem. Like, I'm a hoarder of screws. Like, I hoard the stuff. So I know I have the size. I know I definitely have the right size here. It's just I hoard them and throw them down where I feel like to throw them down. So now I'm paying for it because, you know, wasn't paying attention to it. We all did the same thing at one point. Yeah, for sure. For absolute sure. Right, let me see if this works, because, like, it's barely grabbing I need it a little longer. So no, guys, it wasn't M310. So if it's not M310, it got to be 12. I wasn't wrong. I hate when I pick up a X tray one size too small and wonder why. Screw is the Titan, LOL. I get it, yo. I get it. I'm dealing with it right now. I'm dealing with it right now. Yeah, this is a lesson learned. This is what this is. Bet you I found it now. I haven't been home since the mailman ran today. I asked Mrs. Potato. There we go. Now I found it. Man, bruh. Broski. So what's stopping me from going into the... There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, got it. All right, so I know what size it is. Got another one. Now, of course, this would be easier with one of those handheld screwdriver thing, but man, I never have good luck with those things. So I really need to invest in one though, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Just for little knickknacks like this, I can see it being super convenient. Okay, that Koch is there. Where's he? Where's the other one? Where are you? Is he going into? It is. It is. All right. There's two right there. We have two more. Be a bit longer than that. For when filament giveaway on your channel. It'd be nice to have a filament giveaway on the channel. I would love to give away some filament. Maybe if one of those company reach out to me, but you know I'm kind of tiny. That brought up a good point. So I was going through my YouTube videos, right? And then I realized there's a lot of people who watch my videos. Especially the How-To Clipper series. Like, there's a ton of people who watch my video and tell me thanks and never subscribe. And I'm like, man, y'all using me for my resources. I'm just kidding. It's okay. I'm just happy that people are finding my video very helpful, you know. It'd be nice if they subscribe. And I'm not one to really throw out the subscribe stuff. Like, I'm just not used to saying it. Because I don't want to feel like I'm like pleading with y'all to do it. But you brought that up and it kind of reminded me of what I was looking through today. I was like, dang, there's a lot of people who watch my videos. Um, but as far as sponsorship, it'd be nice to get, you know, to give away filament to you guys. I think that would be cool. That would help the channel too. That would be kind of give you guys that are loyal to me something nice to give back to. I think I did reach out to Polymaker and Sunlu and a couple other company that does filament. They were gonna get back to me, so we'll see what they decide that they wanted to do. But yeah, I would love to do a little filament giveaway stuff for you guys. Nope, it's the same size. Gotta be longer. Says I watch your Clipper vids and sub right then. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I've been doing this for over 5 years and I still see over 80% of my viewers are not subscribed. You're right. I'm surprised. I guess I wonder why that is, Richard. I mean, I'm not one to like, I feel like I harp on people if I say subscribe all the time. Because I remember doing one video one time, and this is just me talking with y'all. I remember doing a video one time, right? And I used to say subscribe, like, and subscribe. And then the person, like someone in the comment, and I really shouldn't use it as a discouragement to not say it. But I remember someone in the comment saying, hey bro, like I really like your videos, but you don't have to put like and subscribe. Like the way he was saying it is almost like he's saying you don't have to put that in every video now. And I'm like, and it kind of made me feel some type of way. I'm like, I don't really want to pressure nobody to do it unless they really want to do it. But sometimes some people need to be reminded because they can really like your content and think that they subscribe, but they're not really subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to get pulled into the content. Like, let's say you go for content, you really want to watch it. You can get pulled into the content till you think you subscribe, but you never did. So, you know, that's why I kind of like try to remind people to subscribe. But at the same time, you know, I just felt some type of way when he said it. And I'm like, yeah, I guess it's kind of pressuring, but I'm really not trying to pressure you. It's just it's just a suggestion. It's just a suggestion to subscribe, you know. But yeah, it's definitely hard work to tell people to subscribe because some people feel so differently about it. But that's why I try to do the content genuinely from my heart, so that way they see when they watch the video, you know, if they really like me or like my personality and like the way I do things, you know, they will subscribe on their own accord, versus me just saying, hey, subscribe, you know. But yeah. Gotta get Nick into the stream. It's much the same even when they are big, have similar stats. I can believe that. It's call to action, and if you don't tell them, they don't do it. That's true. Yeah. You're right. I just got to get used to not being. There's a fine line. I got to get used to just saying it and not necessarily worry about what people are worried about. You know what I'm saying? Like worry what they think. I would just necessarily say, just hey, you know, you can subscribe and not really think too much into it, basically, you know. Remind people to subscribe. Yeah, I really need to. I'll pressure y'all though. He don't he don't pay me to show up free of charge. True. Yeah, I guess I need to do that if I want the channel to grow and, you know, kind of expand a bit better. I got to get with the game and do the same thing like every other channel does. Subscribe, like, subscribe, kind of thing. All right, so we got the first one down, so I'm gonna put it in place. I might as well just anchor it down a little bit just for now. Boy, I hope I don't have a hard time. Wrong extrusion. Let me see something. I hope I don't have a hard time putting this in place because this will be a disaster. Hmm?
See what Mr. 17.
I've seen the videos about Clipper to buy. I'm sub for the I'm sub for the dance video. Okay, yeah, I did have some videos on there. Y'all, hey, listen, y'all know I'm going back to dig up my history. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know a couple of y'all go watch my old videos. Okay, it's
happy one though.
some of them I was a little embarrassed about. So don't judge me too harshly now. You know, that was my first hurrah on YouTube, and you know, wasn't really sure what the hell I was doing back then. I was like a teenager at the time, but you know, but if you wanna laugh, go back into my old videos. You definitely see that I've grown quite a bit and matured quite a bit. So from that time, so it's all in good fun though.
Oh God, they're gonna go look.
Oh, they go look.
Look what you started.
Oh my God, D-Wit, don't even start. Don't even start.
To get more subscribers left right now.
Jeez. Yeah, I've been on YouTube for a minute. I do a little thing here and there. I've been around, but 3D printers are the way for me. Like, I really love it, so that's why I've been sticking with this one. Alright, so let's mount this down.
I still can't get over how many people watched that video when you were doing the happy dance.
Oh yeah, the happy dance. Yeah, that happy dance was something else when I got the graphics card.
So many views,
Yeah.
and not that many subscribers.
Yeah, they were just enjoying me making myself look like a fool.
Yep.
That's what that was. I need to bleed more to get more subscribers. LOL. Hey, you and me both. D-Wit. We'll get there though. We'll get there. It's just consistency. Now that I'm being consistent, it definitely helps a lot. Being consistent. Hopefully I don't have to fight this thing when I put it in place. Let's see if this thing will line up somewhat a little bit for me. Looks like there's a little bit of a turn on it, but we'll see. I might have to drill that out just a little bit though, just a tiny bit. So we'll see. We'll see once we put it in place, because it looks like it'll sit fine. It looks like it'll sit fine. So yeah, it looked like it'll sit fine without a twist. So I think we're good. Okay, I think we're okay. I'm not gonna tighten it up too much, just to hold it in place a little bit. And then once I put it in now, it should hold straight. All right.
That video got 14K.
Oh, the past always feels cringe, but in all, it's fun and progressive. For sure, Axe Potato. I've had some crazy video on YouTube for sure. Stuff I don't look back on because it's just kind of funny, but you try a lot of different things till you found what made you happy and brought people to you. Yes, Tessa, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Because I was passionate about PC too, but you know, this is where I'm supposed to be, doing 3D printers and sharing that passion. Like, this is where it was for me. So, and I'm happy. Honestly, I wouldn't want it any other way. So I'm gonna flip this around and bring you guys on the other side. so that way I can get the other side going. So we'll rest you guys down for a second here. Flip this around. Make sure. Could you? Okay, I see what was there. I'm gonna flip it around. And then take you guys around here. And there we go. Right. So now we get to work on the other side here. And hopefully I don't have to cut nothing, but we'll see. Yeah, I might have to, let's see. Yeah, I might have to drill this out a little bit. Trying to see what's the best way. What's the best way to cut a little bit of that off? Should have been high potato spreading positive everywhere. You had 1K views on 2 of those dance videos. Yeah, they did. Some of them got view. I think the one that got the most view was, I bought a graphics card back in 2013. I think it was the AMD RX 290. And I was dancing the happy song. You know, clap along. I was dancing that got a lot of views. It's kind of silly, but I was just that excited, so I just decided to put the video format. But, you know, so I'm going to get my Dremel. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to have to cut this. We're going to have some cutting action today on the live. Thinking of just using the small disc. I should be able to kind of get a nice cut there. See if I can find trying to see. Dremel with sanding drum is one way. Yeah, I do. This is the metal cutting disc that I have on here, so I'm gonna take it off and put the blade one. I think that will kind of help. I'm not gonna go deep in it though. I just want just a little bit, because you can see it won't clear it. It's a little. It just need like a millimeter or 2 off of it. So I'm just gonna do that. I should be able to get away. Or actually, I might be able to get away with this. Let's see. Let's try it. Jack Foxon, oh, welcome to the stream, bud. If I didn't say welcome yet, just welcome to the stream. I like to welcome new people when I see them around, you know. I want it to feel personal, you know. So if I didn't say it earlier, welcome. All right, let me Y'all do not judge, okay? Do not judge me, all right? I know to use a tool, maybe not the most efficient, but I don't need it also that loud either. I just need to cut a little bit off. Put it on low just to kind of get it's working, so I just need to be a little careful there. And it's acrylic. It's acrylic, so don't worry. It just smells bad, you know? Acrylic stinks. And messy. Very messy. Alright, and so let's pop it sideways here without cutting them. Start cutting them. Okay. Wait. Cut out the 2020 extrusion with the drum. No, I'm cutting the acrylic, just the acrylic, Mrs. 7. I had that identical Dremel. I thought it was the only one. Mine had issues cutting in and out. It's not too bad. However, this Black & Decker, you know, Black & Decker don't make the best brand. Let's be honest. Like, Black & Decker make cheap tools. They're okay for certain things. This has been working for me just because I really haven't put it under pressure. And but one thing it does do, it does get hot. It does really get hot if you're not careful. It really does put on some heat. But it's not bad. It's not too bad. It's been working pretty decent for me. Carbon dust everywhere. Put that damn pinky away. Testing the IGUS out of Jack your hand. I'm trying not to cut it. I'm trying not to cut it, but I think we're good. I'm glad you guys saw that. I didn't think you guys would have saw that, but yeah, it's fine. Didn't get cut. We're good. Okay, friend, gotta head home. Catch you later if you're still on. All right, buddy. I appreciate you coming through, Dewitt. I'll see you. I'll be on still, but I'll see you in a little bit. Drive safe. I have a real drummer, thank God. Okay, all right, Tesla. Okay, listen now. We can't all afford that yet. One day I get the real thing. But this is not bad. This will get the job done. It's not terrible. But this is, you know, cheap Black & Decker. It can do something for the hobbyists, you know. One day I have the real man equipment like you, Tesla. Real man equipment. All right, let's try it now. Let's see if this works. I needed a little, just like ever so slightly some more off of it, like a little bit more. But let me see. Maybe you can stuff it in. Maybe not. Yeah, I need a little bit more off of it. All right, so I'm gonna have to take a little bit more, guys, off of it. A little bit more. Not done yet. Thought I was. I'm putting on the lowest setting because it doesn't need to, you know, I'm cutting into plastic, so. trying to mark what's the best method of taking some of this off. Let me bring it out here. Just bring it out. I really should wear a mask, but I'm not really breathing it in. There we go. Well, that flew. That's why you should wear eyewear. But where are they? Not the best cut, but I'll work with it. See, I did promise to do some things on stream. I gotta clean that part up just a little bit. It's bugging me. Thank you. I look ridiculous in this thing, but it's better than to lose an eye. Better than to lose an eye. Yeah, aside now. Who's laughing at me now? It's entertainment. It's alright. It's content, right? Yo, my cameras are getting like getting splashed up with this thing. It's like, yeah, like, yeah. I'm gonna have to vacuum in this room when I'm done, guys. I think we should be good though. This little part here is bothering me too. Yeah, we go. Cleans that up a little bit. I think we should. Huh? Oh, they were asking about it?
No, I'm saying you should turn it on. No, they just make it funny.
Let me see. Flexible cables and sensitive for those really durable, fun, but angle grinders are even better. I have an angle grinder. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't use that thing very well. I need to practice with it, but I do have one in the shed. In my storage bin outside on my porch, but I'm really not good at that. I bought my Dremel when it wasn't any clones or copies around. Gotcha. So you got the original. I used to carve and cut glass with diamond bits and Black & Decker flex extension. Eye protection is a good idea too. Yep, got it. Yeah, I see it. Totally overrated. Angry Garner to the Enders. Hey, welcome, Kenneth Stang. How you doing, bud? All right, so I think it should fit now, hopefully, because I mean I've cut this thing plenty of time now, so there we go. Because I'm like, listen, man, I was gonna fight with you again just to get it in. All right, fits perfectly. Now we can continue. What I need? Now we need more screws. gonna start. Let me take this off. Alright, we should be able to push it from under or slide it in, right? Yeah, okay, we can slot it in. Okay, so we don't have to worry too much. So we can just go ahead, put this on. Just cleaning off some burrs on here that got stuck during the printing. All right. Let me see what you guys are saying. You have to offcut hanging that inside piece of the frame. It won't sit square with the frame with the offcut. Yeah, so the offcut you see, I just created that space. Now keep in mind, like, this is not this is my doing. Like, I'm just letting you guys know this is like my own custom cut. And of course, Tesla, you would point out the offcuts, but it's okay. So my main worries was there's a hole here. Let me see if I can point you guys to that. See that here? See that right there? That's fine. That's what I care about. So even if I put it here, as long as it's centered, that's what I wanted. As long as it's centered, as you can see. Because when you put the extrusion there, I just wanted to make sure it's centered, so it has enough wiggle room to kind of center itself. That's what I was concerned about. So yeah, that half cut would be hidden. It's okay. It's gonna be hidden, so no one will see this ugliness that I just created. No one will see that ugliness I created. Only for now. What screen are you using on the Joker printer? So I'm using a tablet, Richard. Which is, again, I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but I may do it. Actually, I'm working on this, so I actually can create a video for it. Dang, I need to put it on my calendar. But I'm using a tablet for clipper screen. There's a way to install clipper screen using the tablet. I'm using the USB method. It can just be an Android phone, an Android tablet. I think you can do the Apple iPad too, but in this case, I'm just, the Android are more accessible in this case, and I'm using it via USB to run it. You can also run clipper screen via wireless, but I haven't got that route. I haven't messed with that route. I find the USB method to be more easier because you can charge the tablet while using the clipper screen versus wireless. So I can see the wireless method. You can just put it anywhere and control it from there, but it just seems laggy to me from what I'm hearing, so I just stick with the USB version. But I will do a tutorial on that. That's one thing I need to schedule myself and do, a little tutorial how to set that up. If you hear, hey, Poor White Channel, hey, welcome, buddy. Hey, Golden-Jaguar, I just got home from work and checking out your stream. All right, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming through. All right, so let's get this here. If you're not sure what I'm doing, the poor boy, I'm just upgrading my my perfectly fine 1.8. It's a custom 1.8. This was originally a X5 SA. Was it a Pro? Oh, it was a Pro, didn't it? Yeah, it was an X5 SA Pro and I ordered some extra extrusion and stuff to convert it into another 1 point, just a slightly bigger 1.8. It was printing great. I never had to touch it, but because I did like tap, and I kind of want to keep this in the future, I decided to go ahead and do this, give it the same treatment as I did my original 1.8. You know, upgrading the bed to accommodate NGM 12H rails, so it's a little bit more stiffer because you needed a little bit more sturdier for tap, and a single 2012, single MGM 12H for the X gantry instead of using the dual MGM 9H. And thanks again to Score Brain for modifying the STL to accommodate that for me. So now anybody that has a 1.8, if you want to run a MGM 12 on your gantry, just let me know. I'll share the STL for you. I'll share it with you because it was awesome. It was a convenient upgrade for me. So I like the 1.8. I think it's great. Eddie did a great job. I know they tried it, it's a successor, but Eddie did a great job with the 1.8. I like mine. I really do, so that's why I'm keeping it. Trying to keep up. The Wi-Fi method clipper screen are buggy. Yeah, are laggy. Yeah, that's why I'm not doing it that way, 7. I prefer the USB version. Back for a bit, have an old smartphone with a wireless clipper screen. Very easy to set up wireless, and it's not always charging and overheat the battery. Yeah, that's why I'm just sticking with the thing. Jose, for a time to sleep. See ya. All right, buddy. Take it easy. Thanks for coming through, Jose. Get some sleep. Gotta run. Mrs. TML says it's time to eat. All right, buddy. Thanks for coming through, Richard. Appreciate you guys. All right. All right, we got 2 more to put in here. Then we can kind of slide it down. And look, I end up finding a whole set of the correct screws. Why do you know? Why do you know? All right. Oh, so while I'm here, I'm going to tell y'all the honest truth. I was going to hide it for a little bit, but it's the printer. It's the printer. I promise about the printer. It's about the printer. Relax. So my Annex K3, I love it. I love it. I really do love it. I think it's an awesome printer. I need to do a video on it, and there's a video coming. However, ever since I built it, I'm running into a little bit of an issue where it's crashing, guys. Like I don't know what it is, but I think it's a clipper bug. But anytime it goes to print fast, like, cause I have it at 20K acceleration everywhere, 300mm everywhere. Like I'm not slowing it down. My results on this, surprisingly, it's the first printer that actually gave me an input shaper result of 23K MZV on the x-axis and 21K MZV on the y-axis. I'm super impressed by it. So that means I can run 20K everywhere. I don't have to slow it down. I'm able to do 700mm travel. I'm going to try to see if I can increase that just a little bit, maybe 20, maybe get to 800 on the travel. But it's pretty quick. But the problem is, every time I send a print job to it, it crashes. Like, it will print the first layer, but as soon as it starts speeding up, it just crashes. Like, it says clipper just shut down because CPU overload, processing, or disk swap. I'm like, what? So I've been fighting with it pretty much all week long last weekend, just trying to figure it out. I did a full-on reinstallation of mainsail, update, everything, and it still crashed. So I'm not sure. I think it's a clipper bug. the latest Clipper release was stating something about the all-winner 64 processor. So I'm not sure if that has something to do with it. But there's a bug in Clipper that caused a lot of the NCU crashing. So I'm not sure. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I was fighting with that in the background. I'm thinking of starting my Trident build this Saturday via live stream. I just got all my functional parts printed and I'm ready to dive in. Do it! Hey, listen, do it. The Poor Boy channel. I'll support you. I'll watch your channel, man. Don't worry. Like, I support everybody. So do it. Go ahead and do it live, man. I would love to see your take on it and see your perspective. Like I said, this pod is big for everybody. So go ahead and do it. I'm all about it. He found where he stashed them. Oh, what was the surprise you had on last stream? Oh man, all right, you know, I can't tell y'all. I honestly can't tell y'all. I want to tell y'all so bad, but it's not quite where I need it to be yet, so I don't want to like kill a surprise. But once I get confirmation on this, I'll tell you guys. But I was gonna say too early, and I'm like, I don't want to count my eggs too early, you know. Don't want to. You know, put myself on a bad luck. So I'll tell you though. I'll tell you though once it actually finalizes and comes through. But it's a big change for me basically. So you can guess, but I can't tell you quite yet. I can't tell you quite yet. I can't tell you yet, guys. You guys have to wait a little longer on that one. Maybe it's a T95 thingy. No, Nick, I tried that. It's not the T95 because that's what's on my V2 that you just see printing earlier, and it's printing fast at 20K. So I don't think it is. I just think it's the actual Clipper, because I'm gonna tell you how I think it's Clipper. When I was doing in Linux, you can type in htop. I want to say that's a command, right? Htop or top. But I want to say htop show you like a visualization of what's using the processor. So when I type in htop and watch it, as soon as it hits the 20K acceleration starts speeding up, the processor usage spiked. Remember, there's 4 cores on this. There's 4 cores in the core on the ARM Cortex A53 processor. So there's 4 cores, a quad core, but as a quad core, there's plenty of resources. Like, it's plenty powerful for Clipper. But for some reason, what will happen, it will spike a single core. Like, a single core will spike to 100%, then it'll move to another core and spike it 100%, and then it crashes. So I'm thinking that's a bug. There's no way Clipper spike a 1 core at 100%. You know what I'm saying? It's a quad core. So something was going on with schedule. I think something is going on with scheduling with that specific processor and Clipper. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, with a new one. I haven't tested out the new update yet, but I'll report back when I do. What's the strange? That's very strange. I've tried a new image. Yeah, I've tried a new image, and you know that didn't work. It didn't work at all. Awesome. What cameras do you use for streaming? So the poor boy, I had some horrible cameras then, but it wasn't bad. But right now I'm using the current camera that you're looking at, that you see me here. This is the Logitech Stream. Boy, I'm having hot last for words. Logitech Stream something. I can't remember. We'll post the link, but it's Logitech Stream something. I know it's Logitech Stream something, but it's a newer stream webcam from Logitech. That's the one that you see, and it has autofocus, so you can autofocus on things. Like, you can put your hand behind it, and it will kind of clear up. There you go. You see, like the autofocus kicking. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's a little picky where it focuses on that. Are you gonna come up? You're gonna focus there, maybe here. Yeah, it's not consistent with the autofocusing. So sometimes you got to put your hand back there just to get it to focus on what you want it to. But it's clear enough, you know. So, and then the other cam, which is the main cam that you see in front, that is a Elgato stream cam. Elgato stream cam. So that's what I'm using for my cameras. They're not too bad. I would like to add a mirrorless camera sometime down the road when I get some money, but mirrorless cameras are pretty expensive. They're like $600-700. I think you can get one for $400. So eventually I would like to go for a mirrorless camera as my main shooter. But yeah, you can start out with some decent webcams for now. As long as the quality is good, we can see what you're doing. That's plenty enough to start out with. Hey Major, welcome to the stream. I think I've said welcome earlier. I'm not sure, but welcome if I said it earlier though. Are VZ-Buck kits coming soon, or are they selling self-source? The last time I checked, I'm pretty sure Vez say that they're working on a kit. Now I'm not sure if he released the VZ-Buck kit yet, but I know he said there was a whole kit coming. But I think most people self-source though. I think that there's some things that they get from AliExpress. I think most people are still buying X5SA and converting them to VZ-Bucks. So I don't know if there's an actual kit yet. If anyone know more than I do, verify that. But I'm pretty sure that Mello was working on some kind of kit going on. Trying to keep up with you guys. Yeah, it is multi-threaded, Nick. It is multi-threaded. Sounds like a CPU problem. I don't know. I'm gonna test it though. I'm gonna test it and report back. I wanted to say the same thing too, but since I'm using that board on all of my printers that print pretty quickly, I don't know if I can just push that to the side and say it's a CPU. It just, to me, it seems like a clipper thing. You know, you can kind of tell the signs if it's a CPU thing, but I just feel like it's a clipper thing in this case. But we'll see. I'll test it out again this weekend and I'll report back. All right, let's put the second one in place here. Where's my... Yo, I'll be misplacing my Allen keys all the time. Like, why do I do that? I misplace the Allen key. There we go. All right, there we go. Found it. It looks great. Oh, thank you, poor boy. Some models of the ARM CPU just don't work the same. Yeah, I agree. But you know what I did? This one, in the video that I did with the T95, you can actually clock it. So it's clocked fully all the way. I guess there's a governor that they have built in the ARMB and Linux that I'm using that allows it to clock higher. So it would jump between 480 megahertz to 1.75 gigahertz, and I have it clock all the time at 1.75 gigahertz. That didn't make a difference. So in my opinion, for quad core, I just don't see it being the issue. Like, I know, you know, it could be an issue, but I just don't know if that's an issue, you know. But we'll see. I thought of mine was to upgrade, like update my V2.4, because since it's running a T95 mini as well, and see if it crashes. Because if it does start crashing, then I know it's clipper issue than the hardware issue. But I don't want to chance it because I don't want to mess with that too, you know. So we'll see. There's a new clipper update released like 2 days ago, I think. I want to say there's a new clipper update that they push out. I'm gonna use that and report back and tell you guys if it's, you know, actually the case. So no worries. I'll report back next stream. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, the sync to robot clipper, because remember, on stream, guys, it was working on stream fine. It was moving fast. It's because I updated the clipper. Once I updated that clipper, that's when it started crashing. So I knew it was a clipper thing, not a hardware thing. It had to be. But I didn't know how to roll back because I'm using Kiwai to install Clipper. I didn't know how to roll back to a previous Clipper build. So, you know, yeah. I just need to work on that portion. But yeah, that's why my NSK3 is down if you guys haven't seen it being running, because that reason. So, but I'm pretty sure I figured it out. I'll get it in the background. I'll get it up and running again. Alright, so we just gotta fix this portion here. I'm gonna have to up the skirt a little bit. But I think we're good. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we got these in place, so now we gotta work on putting the linear rails with the thing in place here. So let's work on that next. So we're gonna do some gymnastics here. I like these NXK3 clips. They're so convenient. I just pop them off real quick, take my glass off, and take my print off. Alright, this is the quality of the prints. Not sure if you can see that. So for printing fast, it actually prints pretty good. And this is I can't remember where I got this ABS from, but Nova ABS. I can't remember, but it's like sparkle. It has little sparkles in it. Not sure if it will show that up on the camera here. See, sometimes it focuses, sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. I don't know why it does that. It just doesn't want to focus. Yeah, it's not bad. And there's no ringing. You notice there's no ringing in the prints, even though they printed that fast. So very nice. I'm gonna put this on this side here. Alright, so we're gonna have to get this in there somehow. And I don't want to have to take off the side, but I'm gonna have to end up taking off the side just to get it in there. We'll see. We'll see if we have to do that. My Xeon CPU used to do the same thing in Windows, particularly where there was an update sent out and hasn't done it since. I swapped to Linux. Seems my audience made out of this time. I can't wait to get started. I'm going to post some short, probably something that in community announced to out for Saturday. I'm digging the carbon fiber panels. Oh, thank you. It's like fake carbon fiber. I put on some, the fake carbon fiber wrap. That's what I put on the plexiglass. So it's nice. It does kind of hide the what's the name really well. There should be way more viewers here. Stream is awesome. Thanks for the content, man. Oh man, I appreciate that, Major. I appreciate that, Major. Yeah, the viewership is going up slowly. I'm very patient. You know, as soon as I keep putting out content, you guys keep spreading the word, and you guys keep coming to support and watch me. It'll come eventually. I remember when Nero started out with like a few viewers. Like I was watching Nero when he was like maybe 30 viewers, maybe 20. I watched when he just started. I was watching Nero for a long time. Like I'm like one of his original watchers. So I saw from when he started seeing like 20 viewers to like now he's at 500 viewers average. So I saw him grow over the years. It takes a while. It takes a little bit. I think the benefit to him is because he's also on the Voron team and he posts in the Voron forum, so it kind of helps him too. I'm not known anywhere. so that doesn't help, but I'm consistent. I'll keep posting and keep streaming and stuff, and eventually, I'll get there. I'm not too worried. But I appreciate that comment. That was really nice of you, man. I appreciate that comment. Alright, so I'm trying to see now what's the best way to mount these in, because I don't want to use I don't want to use it out of guide, so I'm thinking. Is it possible just to? Can I cheat? Let me see. Because this is a V slot, so I should be able to squeeze it in there. Oh, I can. I can. I can. Don't do what I do, guys. But I'm gonna cheat, because in order to get the screws, you know, because like this is a V slot instead of a T slot. A T slot, I would have to definitely take this whole extrusion piece off just to get this nut in first. But with the V slot extrusion, I can pretty much force it in. There's enough gap to kind of pop it in there. So I'm gonna try something and see if I can force it in there. Because if I could, that would save me so much time. You know, maybe I can use a slightly longer screw. Let me see if I can. Oh, that worked. See? Yes, sir. So now I don't have to take it off. See? Now y'all learned a little trick. I didn't know you could actually do that. I just thought about it, but I'm like, I don't have to remove the extrusion. So now it's in there. That's nice. That is nice. That is nice. So now, well, maybe that wasn't such a good idea, because now I got to put this in. But maybe I could get away with screwing it in there. Who knows? We'll see. It was a good idea at the time, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see if we can get away with trying to turn it sideways and screw it in. Hey Neo Choppy, hey, welcome to the stream, but if I didn't say welcome yet, what method do you use to remove the ringing? The accelerometer are doing the physical print and the math. So I use the accelerometer. I like the accelerometer. I find it easier. For me, the best method of getting rid of the ringing to me is, I think I said it earlier, you weren't here then, but belt tensioning. Your belt has a lot to do with that ringing. I don't care what nobody else says. Belt is the main portion, because you can get all your frames squared up, everything squared up nicely, but your belt and motor to me determine the ringing. Because I noticed when your belt is tight, the ringing gets ridiculous, and you also limit your acceleration too. You limit your max acceleration, because there's so much tension on the motors that, you know, when they spin, you know, I guess to say, when stepper motors spin really fast, they tend to lose more torque at higher speed. So if your belt is too tight, as soon as it starts spinning fast, they're not going to have the same amount of torque when the belt is tight on them. But if you loosen the belt a little bit, you know, and I'm not talking about super loose though, but just enough where you can move the gantry really smooth. Like it doesn't take too much effort to move it back and forth. I find that when you do it that way, the input shaper results, for me at least in my case, has been really nice. Like MZV, ZV kind of input shaper results. I rarely get an EI result. I rarely see EI or 2 amp or 3 amp, one of those ones. So in my experience, having the belt a little bit loose, do not over tighten, just tight enough to get the gantry moving smooth. That's plenty enough. Like that's all I do. So I don't know, I guess I'm just lucky. A little bit of luck in there too. A little bit of luck. Trouble is, if you can force it in, it can be forced out by the machine. Well, technically speaking, I'll show you to you, Tessa, so you can see. You see, so you can't really force it out, really, technically, because look, because it's a V slot. All I did was just turn it sideways and just kind of slip it in, right? So to get it out would also be trouble too, because right now I'd have to try to figure out a way. Because look, the head is wide enough. The head is wide enough to not come out that easy. See, like I can fight it as much as I want. I won't be able to get it out. So hopefully you can see that. So it won't come out as easy as you think. It's not as easy. Of course, with a T-slot extrusion, you know, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to literally take off the extrusion to get it out. But with this, I may be able to finagle it out. But right now, it's not gonna come out without me, like, literally prying it back open. And it's okay. It's small enough for me not to do that. I'm keeping up. Yeah, yes, yes. So I don't do ring tower either, Neo Chappie. I don't do ring tower because at that point there's no need for it. What I would do instead of a ring tower when I do my way of doing it, and everybody's method is a little different, but I don't do the ring tower. I will only do the ring tower if I want to tune pressure advance with my speed acceleration. For example, let's say you found an acceleration that you're comfortable with. Let's say, you know, maybe 20K, and you kind of want to tune pressure advance at 20K. Because keep in mind, the faster you go, the faster acceleration you have, the less pressure advance you need around the corner, especially if you increase corner square velocity. If you increase that, like I run 20 and 10 on my printers, I don't run the default 5 anymore. So when you increase that, you'll find that you only need a little bit of pressure advance. You don't need a ton. So when I use the print towers, I just use that as a reference to see how square my corner is, and make sure that I'm not getting, you know, a lot of ripples or a lot of gaps in the prints. So that's the only time I will run the input shaper tower thing. But outside of that, I don't really do it. I just run my results, put it in, and just do prints, and then go from there and then do my pressure advance like normal I would. So yeah, I try to keep it simple. Try to keep it as simple as possible. I like his stream better than Nero. Nero has so many people in the comments. He misses a lot of the interaction with his community. Yeah, I feel you on that, poor boy. That's why I don't really comment a lot on Nero's stream, because even though I'm a long time supporter of his stream, and I always will be, I don't really post a lot because there's so much people asking questions, and then again, some of the questions are the same questions. Like, I've never seen him being asked a different questions. Like, a lot of them are the same, about the same printers or the same thing, and so to me, I just watch it for entertainment. I would like to see different questions being asked to it, like more technical questions, not just the same, you know, Ender 3 conversion, or what you think about the Voron, or like little things like that. Like I like, that's why I want my stream to be more dynamic. I want you guys to ask me more than just printer, like the technical part of the printer, like again, pressure advance, input shaper, like, you know, just more details, more nuanced stuff that is not being discussed widely. So to me, his stream is more open to like the basic beginner kind of thing. I want my stream to be more intermediate, more advanced, like more technical, you know, a little bit more of the things that we're not discussing when it comes to printer. So I like that aspect of it. So, and he used to do it too, but I guess, you know, when your audience get that big, you gotta accommodate everybody, you know what I'm saying? So I understand that it's not as easy to catch everybody's comments, which is fine. You know, after a while you can't read everybody's comments, but I totally get it. I saw a video the other day where someone did some serious damage to an extrusion to get the nut out. I think it was just a 15-15 extrusion, and they were just sick of taking it apart. Yeah, I'm careful with extrusion because you can bust it out easily, especially if it can't come out. What method are you using to set the tension? For the belt, I just use my hands. Like, for example, when you're setting tension, in my opinion, move the gantry back and forth. Like, for example, when you first set your tension, if you're having a hard time pushing that gantry back or moving the tool head diagonally from side to side, it's too tight. Automatically, it's too tight. I learned that with my Trident all-wheel drive. It's way too tight at that point. You want when you push your gantry, for example, this is a good example. Look, let me see if I can move you guys over here. Just a little detour. Hopefully you guys can see that. When I move my gantry, it should be, look, effortless. Look, if I can show you guys, look. Effortlessly, look. I'm just using a finger just to demonstrate, but look, I'm not even pushing hard, look. Very smooth, like you can't hear nothing. Look, it's super effortless. If you can't do this, if you're fighting it, if you have to grab it to move it, like really hard, it's too tight. Your belt is way too tight. It should be super smooth. Like you push it like that and it should move. Easy. If it's tight, you're basically limiting your acceleration and you're gonna get a lot of ring and the input shaper result's gonna be really poor. So again, keep the belts a little loose, not super loose, but just loose enough where you know there's tension, but not too much tension. It's just smooth where the gantry just move nice and easy. You don't have to fight the gantry, right? So that's the best method I can think of. That's the best way to explain it. But yeah, hopefully that clears up that answer for you. You know, I wish I have a way to measure that, but you know, I'm a feel guy, so I like to feel things. But the 100% point, belt tension issue exaggerate the larger printers like V1.8 printer with more finicky about tension. Crimper recommendations. Nero often make mistakes that we catch and try to warn him about, but he doesn't see them. Yeah. I mean, he's just big now, so I get it. It's hard to keep up. All right. So let's try to flip this on its side now and try to bolt this extrusion in. But before we do that, let's see if we can get this mounted. I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and mount it on here right off the rip. And just leave a little space for wiggle room, and then we can tighten it back up. I'm probably going to do that. Let me do that instead. Let's go ahead and mount this real quick, and then we can tighten to the side. I don't use every hole. I just kind of use a few. For me, I don't want to, I just use like 4 or 5 of these things in there. I don't have to mount every hole, every hole don't have to have a screw in it. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that should be good. So 5 of them in there. That should be good enough. That should be clean enough. 5 should be clean. You don't need a ton. So Rollahan released an update for the Rook 180. I really want to build a Rook, but he released an update. So guess what? The Rook 180 build for next stream will be delayed, and I might have to do this another stream too. So there might be a 3rd stream on this build, on this upgrade. But he delayed the Rook 180 for some quality of life improvements. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm just gonna build a regular Rook, and I might just sign up to his I think Patreon. I haven't signed up to his Patreon, but I'm gonna sign up to his Patreon so I can see the Rook Evolution, I think it's called. But I want to build a Rook. I definitely promised him I want to build a Rook on here, so I'm gonna have to skip the 180 for now and just build a regular Rook and then go from there. Fabrico did say they might send me a Rook kit to play with. They haven't reached out back to me yet. It'd be nice if they send me a Rook kit to play with, but if not, that's okay. I have plenty of spare parts to build a Rook with. Also, Big Tree Tech reached out to me and they wanted to send me a CAN bus. I want to say it's a CAN setup for the EBB 2209 version, for the Voron toolhead. So I'm going to do a video on that too. I've never done a CAN setup, but it's nice that they reach out to me and want to let me mess with a CAN setup like I promised. I did ask them. So I don't know which printer I'm going to put it on yet. I don't want to touch my V2. I might just put it on this printer since I'm already messing with the thing, and try out the CAN bus stuff and report back. So there's some people reaching out to me in the background, kind of like, you know, trying to help out the channel too. So that's really nice of them doing that. Just gonna line this up a little bit here. So first, there. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, possibly. Right? Yeah, that works. That works. Hey, Jack Black. Hey, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hey, what's up, man? I was waiting for that X-ray to bump something and spill that M everywhere. Oh my God, Tesla, you're just looking for trouble, bro. You're just trying to see me in a world of pain right now. I'm not gonna grant you that, though. You know that, right? I'm not gonna please you. You know that, right? I could, but I'm not gonna. Not tonight. Not tonight. I'm not granting you that. Yeah, CAN bus sweat. Go with the Rook Evo for sure. You have a chance. Okay, you have the chance. Sweet. That's cool. I was looking at the CAN bus stuff. I wasn't sure about it. LOL. Yeah, the CAN bus. Listen, guys, y'all know how I feel about CAN bus. I like it. I mean, I think it's simplified wiring, but you already know I still love my iGus. There, you know, my iGus cable works. It just works. But I do want the CAN bus for the experience. Like, I really want to. I don't want to feel like I'm left out on that train, because I want to be able to experience how to install it, how to set it up, and maybe can report back to you guys, like, in terms of my experience with it, in a technical level, not just the surface level stuff, but technical, like how difficult was it to set up, you know, what you have to do, that type of thing, and, you know, maybe I put out a video of my experience on it. So I'm excited for that aspect of it, to mess with the CAN bus stuff, you know, because I hear people are having gripes with it, and I want to see if it's just as hard a setup as people are saying it is. Especially on the Facebook group for Voron, everybody complains about the CAN bus. Oh, it's a pain in the butt to set up. You know, you save yourself on wire, but it's a headache when it comes to the software side. And I'm used to the software anyways, so it shouldn't be hard for me. But I just want to experience it, and I'll report back how that's going. Rook looks like a toy to me. It does look like a little toy, isn't it, Jack Black? It does look like a little toy. But it's just a small miniature build. It's a nice, cute little printer, man, and it's an awesome design. Especially, like, to me, the Rook remind me of a printer you can print for, like, a kid. You know, that if you have a kid, a child that wants to mess with a little printer, you don't even have to put a heated bed on it. Just give a kid something to mess with, just something to get into 3D printing with. Even the Rook could be a nice gift. You know, you don't have to buy a printer. Just if you have some spare parts from printer, the Rook could be a nice little gift to just give someone so they can kind of get familiar with 3D printing. So I like the design. It's a great way of utilizing a printer. And it's the true essence of RepRap, right? Having a printer replicate itself. It's definitely the true essence in 3D printing. So I really appreciate him for just that design. It's really clever. And a smart way to use a printer. Honestly, it's a very smart way to use a printer. But yeah, I can see what you're saying, Jack Black, with it looking like a little toy because it's small. I remember the first time I put the rail on and trying to line them up was interesting. Yeah, I have the I have the washers here. I have these here, so I'm just gonna kind of catch the screws real quick, and then I'll go ahead and kind of line them up. Just making sure I'm not mixing up screws here. I'm not tightening it down. I'm just kind of getting the screw thread in on the nut, and then I'll put the thing in place to kind of keep it. Alright, caught all of them, so now it's just really as a, just as a for kicks and giggles. I just want to see where this lines up at, just kicks and giggles, and then I can kind of highlight it right there. So about right there is where it sits at. I can always adjust it, but I'm pretty sure it's probably right there. So I'm just gonna throw this on there just for adjustment purposes. Oh, yeah, it slipped a little bit. So I'm gonna have to maybe put both of them on there just to hold it in place a little bit. Alright, cool. So now we can kind of tighten that down, and we don't have to really worry about coming back to it and adjust. Hold on. Whoa, y'all talking. Hold on. Hey, I want to catch up with y'all. I want to chat with y'all. Rook Revolution look interesting. I'm on the Patreon. I think they are just starting to... They're beta testing. Okay. Thanks for that info, Nick. I would start from the second hole and every second from there, but always tighten up the middle. Okay. Yeah, you know what it is, Teza? I'm so... Symmetry, you know, like that symmetry bothers me. So like if I start from the second hole and come down, that symmetry gonna throw me off. I ain't gonna lie. It's more of a cosmetic thing than anything else, but you may be right about just doing from the second hole. But I like to end like with a stop hole and the end hole. Like I like to have screws in that. So like it's a symmetry thing, you know, like when I have every other hole. So if I have it in here, start from the second hole and come down, then having it on the inside and not the outside is gonna bother me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm weird. I'm just weird, man. It's just I'm weird. I don't know if y'all feels like that. You know when you have something even and you try to and you have one off. Yeah. Anyways, you guys get what I'm saying. it would throw me off. Like I'm gonna look at him like, man, I should have put an extra screw right there. You know, kind of thing. So that's why you see me do it this way. It's one of those little symmetry thing. It's yeah. It's weird. I'm weird. Let me see. I will use the old rods on Scarab build. Build my first ever. Hey! Nardon! Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Either Nardon or Nord1. But, MA, welcome to the stream. Just want to make sure I welcome you. Build my first ever 3D printer. Built a Voron Trident at 0 issues. Going for SB240 software was easy. Thanks for that tip. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm gonna build a laser scanner to reprint some old Bob Marley poster I've been dragging around for years. Hey, Jack Black, do it! And I love that you're representing, man. I love it. Would like to build a Rook Evo with PC and ABS. Want to see how it would do in close. I think I'm gonna go with. I bought some ABS. I actually have some fresh ABS Axe Potato that I'm gonna build mine with. I'm not gonna build it in PLA. I'm gonna go, if I'm doing the Rook, I'm gonna do it in all ABS or ASA. I'm not gonna do you know. I know you can do PLA, but PLA is just not an option. Not when you have more mechanical quality filaments to work with. Nah, man, CAN bus is easy. Good skill to own because it has a lot of fun. Application with vehicle and EMC. You can do a lot of crazy stuff with a CAN bus IoT device on a car. That's what I'm all about it, Major. That's why I wanted to give it a shot. But I appreciate you confirming that. You guys have been really confirming that the CAN bus is the way. So I'm going to give that a shot for sure. Yes, the design I'm interested in. We'll do a 360 degrees, about 4 circles from an old Mendel P parts. We are distracting him. I don't mind the distraction though, Major. Like, I don't mind, because sometimes it takes me from, if I follow myself, when you first saw my streams, I was so dead focused on what I'm doing that I neglect you guys. So now it's kind of like the opposite. I don't want to neglect you guys. I kind of want to do it, but also answer you guys' questions, because I like the question. Honestly, I like the interaction. I'm not gonna lie. I'm addicted to the interaction with you guys. So when you guys ask questions, I'm always want to be involved. But I'll still get the stuff done. You know, it might take a little longer, but you know, it's content. It's content. But I like talking with y'all, so that's why I take the break. Howdy, hey 007 FPV. What's up, buddy? Glad to see you around. I feel you on that. It can actually throw the action off. Oh, it can actually throw the action off the carriage out. Okay, well, I've never experienced that yet, Tezza. I really haven't experienced anything like that before. If I do, I'll let you know. But so far, I've been doing that method, and I seem to be doing well. So, but I'm gonna keep in mind of what you're just saying just now. I'll look out for that if you throw out the carriage or something like that. But thanks for pointing out that. I appreciate that. You learn every day, you know. I went very slow with my Trident build. Went inverted electronics tap, CAN bus, building a Voron. You'll learn a ton. That's awesome, man. Your build sounds awesome. That's an awesome build, dude. Oh, you're saying tightening from the middle is important. If you tighten from the ends, it can bend the rail. Oh, gotcha. You're right. It's a good habit to tighten from the middle. You're right. You're absolutely right there. You are absolutely right, Tezza. Come on. Oh, okay. I see what I did here. That's why that's not grabbing. That's why that's not grabbing. Can I... Let's see if I can shake it out. Yeah, that one is not grabbing. It the nut leaned sideways. I think it just got hit sideways, so it's not. I don't want it to unscrew everything just to. There we go. All right. There we go. Got it. All right, so we got one down. There's no Yeah, there's no binding or anything, so we're good. We're okay there. All right. So we work on the other one real quick. And I'm gonna do it the proper way for you, Tessa, this time, from the middle to the end. All right. You gotta correct my actions there. You're absolutely right. All right. Do I have any more? So I did 5 on that one. We're gonna do the same thing. 5. Got a little stain there. Come on. Want to keep up with you guys. I saw that happen on dang, you saw that happen on a $500,000 mill? Oh, yeah. I can see that though. I definitely can see that. And I mean, I know this is extrusion, so this is a little lighter than this. And you think, even though this is made out of what? Pretty sure this is steel, right? I'm pretty sure this is steel, because it does spark when you put what's the name to it, a sanding disc to it. But you think this wouldn't flex, but it actually does flex, even though it's stiffer than this, more rigid than this. But you know, but it does flex. I need one more. It almost killed the fitter that remounted the rail and the 2 machines running the mill. Dang. Yeah, that's serious, yo. Well, yeah, but I'm guessing when, you know, dealing with industrial equipment like that is a whole nother playing ground right there. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and line this up again. You know, my symmetry stuff, so let me go with the first one on the top there. There. Technically, you know, maybe you're right, Tesla. I can technically get away with moving that up, but it's gonna bug me though. It's gonna bug me. Yeah, because there's a lot of room for that. I could put an extra one, but you know me, I just like to keep it all 4% here. All right. I'll work with that. I'll work with that. Alright, let's catch your first one. Catch your second one. Now I think about it. Where are you from, GoldenJaguar? I noticed an accent. Oh, hey, sorry, poor boy, I didn't notice. I'll see what happened when I get fixed. I'm from Jamaica. Like if you guys don't know, I'm original from Jamaica. I came here back in 2006. So I'm shocked that I still have my accent. But my mom and dad still have the accent strong. So when I talk to them, it comes out. Like I can talk Jamaican right now. I can talk my Creole. But I'm pretty sure some of you guys would not understand what I'm saying. Like, if I really start talking Patois, y'all will probably be like, okay, what is he even saying? So some of you guys may be familiar with some of the words. But I try to enunciate and talk like you guys. It's just easy so I don't have to repeat myself. But yeah, I can talk the lingo if I need to. If I wanted to say, Wagwan Mayu, ome de, where de pan. So I say, like, I can do it, but I try to just keep it, American English. So you guys can understand what I'm saying. But yeah, thanks for pointing that out. A lot of people don't notice the accent unless I say certain words. Then they will kind of notice there's an accent there. But yeah, I'm from Jamaica. I'm definitely from, Jamaica. Island born, yeah, top can measure the deflection of each screw in your rail. Top is awesome. Top is great. Now that I think about it, I remember now that aluminum is 4 times stronger than steel, pound for pound. Interesting. That's an interesting fact. Do them all, then everything feels even. No, that's too much screws, Nick. I don't want to do them all. It's too much screws. It'll be like all that screws. That's like overkill. I noticed like having 5 or 6 or 7 of them is plenty. Especially for a short rail like this. It doesn't really hurt it at all. It's plenty. And I try not to go overboard or over tighten them. My brother and his wife was married in Jamaica. They said it was beautiful there, man. I wish I would have went. That's awesome. That is awesome. Jamaica indeed. You already know, Jack Black. My neighbor goes every Christmas. That's awesome. You're in the States? Yes, I'm in the States. So I'm in Florida. I'm located in Florida, if you don't know. I'm in Florida. More in the Tampa Bay area, if you're familiar with Tampa. I'm in the Tampa Bay area. Florida is hot, muggy, always hot, more muggy, and lots of humidity. But I do like it here in Florida. It's nice. It's a nice state. It has its issue, but it's fun. It's a nice state. Trying to keep up with you guys. It was the rail. Let me see. It was a rail. The bed ran on the rail, moved to the carriage up a little. The mill ripped off the head. Jeez. Dude, that's insane. From Bob Marley. You funny, Tessa. Southwest. Nice. I'm north of y'all, North Carolina, born and raised. That's awesome. I like North Carolina. I've seen some pictures. I have a friend that I've gained in the 3D printing community that lives in North Carolina. Really awesome dude. And it's beautiful out there. Very pretty place. I think I drove through in North Carolina. Just never had a chance to stop. But I would love to visit North Carolina for sure. Like one of those places a lot of people mention. One of these days I get the opportunity. I would like to drive through and enjoy, the scenery and stuff. So that's awesome. I'm in Ocala these days. Oh, you're not far, Jack. Oh, okay. You're not far away, man. You're right in the vicinity there. You're like 60 miles away from me. That's freaking awesome. I was born in the Keys. Oh, sweet. That is great. That is fantastic, man. It's good to see where you guys live, where you guys are from. That's pretty cool. Hey, Squirrel Brain. There you go, buddy. How you doing? Glad you could make it. Slowly setting up the new PC. Awesome, awesome. And I can't wait to see some of your live stream on your catting skills there, because I'm definitely going to take notes. I'm looking forward to that. I'm south of y'all. LOL. I'm down under. Down under. You've been cracking me up, Tess. I appreciate you, man. You give me some jokes. I appreciate your input too. Oh man. Alright, so we're just gonna tighten this up, and then once I do that, then we can start modding the rail on the side, and then we'll figure out what else we can get done. But pretty much there's not much after this. After this is just really mounting back stuff. So I'm gonna stretch this out. I'll stretch it out for another stream too, since I can't get to do the Rook. But after this, I want to build a Rook. So our Rook is coming next, because I definitely got to build a Rook. I need to build one of those. And that shouldn't be long, but... so let's go ahead and finish up this portion, and then we can go. But you know me, I like talking with y'all. So like, every now and then I got to take a little break just to catch up. Go to the moon, you'll love it. Drive along the Blue Ridge Parkway. Awesome, I'll keep that in mind. Absolutely keep that in mind. Poor War Channel, I appreciate that. Definitely love to visit, man. You know, it's not that I'm tired of Florida, but I just want to see other states. This country is so big, I would like to just visit other states. I've been to New York. I'm not a fan of New York. I'm gonna be honest with you. Been to New York. I don't really care for New York. Not a big fan. But I like the countryside thing. So North Carolina, South Carolina, the country vibe. I like the country feel. The country feel is really nice. Very peaceful and quiet. You're away from people, away from city, away from everything. Though I do like my package to be delivered in 2 days now, Amazon. Get it right. I might love the country, but I still need my package in 2 days. But yeah. Oh, that's where you. Oh, that's where. Yes, I know. I've heard about that. Tasmania, the little island underneath Australia. Okay, that's where you are, Tessa. That's awesome. I actually have a friend, because I've made so much friend in this community, that lives in Australia. I can't remember exactly where in Australia he lived, but he used to drive a lot of those semi-trucks, those long train-looking semi-trucks, the one with a ton of freight behind it. He used to drive that semi-truck a lot in Australia. Yeah, very interesting place. Australia, I think the insects and animals and everything in Australia wants to kill you. That's at least what I get from the Science Channel. Like, everything in Australia wants to kill you. It doesn't matter if it's a beetle. It doesn't matter if it's a mosquito. They just kill you. Australia is insane. But I would love to visit. I actually love to visit Australia. One day. I get all this money, I may be able to travel the world and, you know, say hi to some of y'all fellas. Oh my god, islands in the house. So I really am the down under. All the things south of us is the Antarctic. I'm kind of jealous of Florida life. Don't be too much of Axe Potato. Florida is interesting, okay? A very interesting place. It has its quirks. It has its quirks. Florida, very interesting place. I'm also jealous of the local Aussie life. Would be cool to experience it. LOL, yeah, everything wants to eat you. Visited Australia once, amazing place. I can only imagine, other than the animals that want to eat you, but yeah, it looks awesome. Wow, like 50% of us are islanders. That's great. I love it. Yep, just like Detroit. Oh man. Look where we started. Oh my goodness. Same with Colorado, but now I'm stuck in Texas and everyone from California is moving here. Hey, everyone from California is moving to Florida, and guess what that's doing? Driving up the price. And guess what? Even though California is California, please, Californians, go back to California. We have too much people here in Florida. Please go back to California. Just go right back to California because the prices here in Florida is insane. It's insane to live here now. Before, years ago, Florida was so cheap, rent was so cheap, life was so, and everybody wants to move here in droves, and now everything's expensive. They're building houses everywhere, apartments everywhere. Namaste, namaste. We can go on and on about that topic. They just need to go back to California. Just go back, just go back. I could go on and on about that, yeah. Watch out for the gators. Yes, tons of gators in Florida. Awesome people. I've tried gator drop black. I've tried gator before. And people always say tastes like chicken. Like they say everything tastes like chicken, even frogs. Let's be honest, it doesn't taste like chicken. But I've tried gator tail. And this, keep in mind, this is coming from an islander. I'm a Jamaican. I'm used to flavor. I'm used to seasoning. I'm used to all that nice deep herb flavor. Bro, they could have done better with that tail, man. They could have seasoned the crap. I bet you if you give a Jamaican that alligator tail, a crocodile tail, whatever tail that is, and season it, I bet you it tastes 10 times better. But I tried it. It's okay. It's I think it just needed to be seasoned better, but it was alright, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like something I would do again, I eat again, but I think if it was seasoned just a little bit more better, it wouldn't be as bad, you know, but it's not my fancy though. It's just like I tried calamari. I don't know why they call squid calamari or whatever, octopus, one of them, but give it a fancy name. But I tried that and I'm not a fan of it either. You know, I'm not a big fan of that type of food. I try to stick to like cows, goats, chicken, and pigs, that traditional farm animals, you know. I try not to deviate too much from it. I do like sushi. I like a lot of sushi. I love sushi and hibachi. I love sushi and hibachi. If you, even thinking about it, I'm hungry. Sushi and hibachi all day long. But yeah, I try not to go too far into foods, like to deviate too far into different type of food. Just for the flavor purpose. Like I like flavorful food, so as long as it's flavorful and tastes good, I'll eat it. We have walks in north of Tasmania that originated in Arizona, a couple of 100 millions of years old. Wow. So you're experiencing a part of the USA right there, and in Tasmania, yeah. Too much butter, not enough spice. Yes, exactly, Major. Yeah, exactly. Too much butter, not enough spice. More like pork to me. Yeah, it had a little bit of that. Yeah, I wish it had its own little unique taste, you know? But it definitely wasn't chicken. Curry goat, yeah, boy. Curry goat. We're going to start on the stream today. That curry goat is something good. I can't even get done, guys. I'm thinking about food. That curry goat is... If y'all haven't tried curry goat, please try some curry goat. Especially when it's well done and cooked and seasoned. Dude. Yeah, curry goat is it. Curry goat is great. Good call, Neo. Good call, Neo Choppy. The curry goat is to die for, man. Curry goat is great. And a jerk chicken? I don't even want to start on a jerk chicken, dude. And a jerk chicken, bro? Like authentic jerk chicken? Okay. We're going to talk about food now. We're going to talk about food in the stream, but yeah. I love me some jerk chicken, boy. Oxtails, I can start on the food train all day long, but like I'm telling you, some good food. Maybe I'm a little biased to the Jamaican food, but man, a well-cooked Jamaican meal, yeah, it's so good. So good. The trick for gator is to smoke it in a hole. Smoke it in a hole with palm leaves and oyster shell, then squeeze mangoes on it for 6 hours. Oh, that sounds good though. Smoking it? That sounds good. That sounds really good. Blue catfish blackened with Creole season. I like Creole season too, man. You're talking my language, bro. Poor boy, you're talking about language with the Creole season. Good stuff. It has to be cooked properly. Our calamari is tough and as tough as old leather. I can see that. Yeah, I think it's who cooked the calamari, because like when I tried it, it just, I don't know. Some restaurant don't do the greatest job of cooking certain cuisines. So you might be right there. It's just how it's cooked, but it just didn't. I didn't cling to it like I wanted to, you know. Lots of good island food in Atlanta. Oh yeah, for sure. I believe that. That's a spot though for those type of food. That's a spot for that type of food. I wholeheartedly believe that. All right, let me do it the right way. So Tessa said center first, so we're gonna do it the right way, because he's right. Then we're gonna move kitty corner outwards. See, now that I did this, y'all gonna make me correct myself on the other one now. I'm gonna have to do it. It just feels incomplete. Now that I did it this way, yeah, I'm gonna feel incomplete not doing the other way. So let's refix the other one. Now that I do it that way, I just want it to feel complete. So I'm gonna go back and retighten this up another way. Loosen this all up. Just feels incomplete not to do them all the same, because then, you know, it just feels, it's gonna feel like it's gonna be off. So go ahead and do that. All right, we're gonna do it the right way. So we're gonna go center first. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and go. No, just get Publix. Proper Publix. If you cook it for over a minute, it's almost inedible. Rattlesnake is the same if you cook it too long. So is crocodile. Y'all talking about all the exotic stuff. Ugh. Okay, I can always adjust this though, because I mean, I thought it was. It's fine. We can always adjust that. All right. Okay, so now we can go ahead and start mounting this thing. So I'm trying to find the best method to do this now. So So I gotta access this underneath the bottom. You know what? Let's try this. Let me try the tip. Let me bring this out to the edge. That way I can reach. Yeah, I can reach underneath. There we go. And I grabbed it. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So let's see this one here. Alright, grabbed it, guys. I grabbed it. Come on. There we go. Alright, so grabbed it. So we're gonna have to measure this to make sure that we're still straight. So I want to measure down here, just make sure we're up here too. So where are you? There we go. So now we just gotta mount this where it's semi-straight. This is gonna come up like this. Okay. All right. Gotta do it slow, and the fruit juice keeps it tender. Got a gigantic rat rig V500. Any advantage to skipping holes in the X rails to reduce the mass? I mean, you can, but I don't know if that's if it's that big. If skipping the holes, I mean, you can skip the holes because you don't necessarily need all of the screws in all the holes unless you want to. But I don't know if it's going to reduce too much. And if it does, you might see a minor difference in the input shaping, but you won't see much. So I don't think it would be beneficial either way. You just have to just lighten the gantry up in general. If you want to kind of just save some weight, you might have just lightened the gantry up in total. Like, as you know, lighter tool head, lighter aluminum extrusion, lighter pretty much everything to benefit from it, you know. So that would be my best bet there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get this going here. Alright, so I'm gonna have to tighten that up here. So reduces the weight. Reduce weight is the main benefit, but as said, they need to be fitted right. Yeah, looking at the lead screw in front within behind the rails looks square. Looks square from here. Oh yeah, it's square. Yeah, thanks. It's definitely square. I'm going to just try to because it's tilting a little bit, which is fine. It's because there's flex, as you can see in the bed here. There's a lot of flex, So don't worry about the flex. Once I get everything aligned and this attached to the top, all of this will be solid again. So I'm alright with a little flex here. It's not the stiffest. If I should redo this ever again, I'll probably use what's the thing that they use? Voron uses. I'm gonna brain freeze. What's that little panel? That ABS panel? I can't remember the panel, but you know what I'm talking about. That aluminum ABS panel thing. ACM panel. Yes, ACM panel. If I do this again, the deck, redo the deck, I'll just go ACM panel because you can actually cut it pretty easy. So I'll redo the deck in ACM, which is a little stiffer than this. But this is not a big deal, you know. Like I said, this is not going to hold the bed up. It's just really mainly all of this going on. But, all right. Yeah, there you go. ACM panel, Nick. Yep, ACM panel. So I'll redo it in ACM panel. So, I'm trying to see what else what I should do. I'm thinking to just run. I'm thinking to finish up, I could just run this in place already. Just kind of run it in place and just get it attached. Because that will keep everything, yeah, because it's level, it's parallel. Yeah, it's parallel. So I could just run this, get it kind of pre-attached, and then run my, yeah, you know what? I'll do it that way. I'll do it that way. I'll do it that way. Yeah, I'll do it that way. So let me put this on first and measure, and then we can go from there. Now, because I'm lazy, so you might be wondering, why didn't I do a blind joint up here too? I'm lazy, and I didn't want to do all that work, because basically I'd have to take off the linear rails on top, then drill a hole, or take off the actual, so I'd have to take this off. So basically I would have to take off this, drill, you know, take off the linear rails here, and then drill a hole just to do it. So because I'm lazy and I wanted to save time, I'm not going to do all that. So what I'm going to end up doing is just using these L brackets here. And that's plenty enough. That's what I did with my my V1.8. And it just holds it in place right here. So that's plenty enough to keep it still rigid and stiff, but just keep everything in place like that. So, and then it's not in the way of anything. So I think this is just the easier method than to drill another hole and run blind joints and stuff. The fancier way is to run the blind joints, but you know, it works just the same, you know, just to save the time and energy there. But I did the blind joints down here because it's needed, because of the way this is set up. You clearly realize you have to do blind joints this way. So as you can see, I'm thinking, I'm using the big brain. I'm trying to save myself time. So yes, let's run this, and then we can go from there. Run some M5 here. Okay, all right. Exotic screws can be used, but not worth the cost. Exactly, yeah, exactly, Jack. There are other options, but if screws are tight, if screws are lighter, they are usually harder but fragile. A laser is nice for alignment or final tightening. Yeah. What I'm gonna do is use. I do have my if I see it around here, because you know my tools are all over the place. I might have to grab it, guys. I might have to grab it. Let me grab it. because I need it. I need it for this measurement. Okay, I got it. I got it. So I have this digital caliper I'm gonna use. It's just gonna be like a reference point, so that way I'm making sure that we're not off at the top. So just gonna okay, yeah, we're farther along. I don't know if I can get the full measurement here, but let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I'm just gonna use the edge, just the edge, as a reference point here. Can I get away with that, or it's just too long? I think we're too long. Yeah, we're too long there. I need something more accurate. I'm breaking out the millimeter, the metric ruler. Metric ruler it is. Breaking out the metric. Okay, so we are 185 millimeters on point. Like, I mean, exactly from the edge of the extrusion here to the one here. So 185. Yeah, 185 on the point. Like almost 183-ish. I want to say, yeah, 183-ish. So as long as we can get it to that point, I know where to kind of have it. Okay. Finally off work. Hey. Got a dial indicator? I actually don't. I need some more tools, guys. Like, I actually don't. I'm just gonna see if I can work with what I got. I wish I had a dial indicator. That would be nice. Yeah, because that caliper is not long enough. It literally is limited, so I can't really measure this. So the gap here is way too wide. It's like 183-ish millimeters from what it seems. LOL, you wouldn't say that if you had a laser leveler. I have. Darn thing is not mounted square in any way, shape, or form, so it is virtually useless. Hey, Nuno, welcome back off work, man. Glad I'm still here. I told you, man, I'll still be on here for a little. Just to get these two, as long as I can get these two beams in place, then I'll call the stream, but that was funny, yeah. I need some more tools, though. I really do need some more tools, but alright, let me go ahead and see if we can at least get one side catch, and then we're gonna catch the other side. Let me grab another. Hold on, busting out my M5 screw drawer here. Got so much screws going on. Alright, got my M5, bunch of M5 nuts up in here, so at least this one is more organized. So we need this. Alright, do we want to use the... I'll use this instead. This seems a little bit more on the side I care about, so... Always misplace it's misplacing something. Okay. There we go. The only accurate part of it is the OS bezel leveler built in. It is fine to see if something is straight along the beam. For sure. For sure. Yeah, I won't be too far off. Once I get this in place, I'll be able to level it out. As long as the measurements are the same, I should be able to kind of catch it. So no biggie. Oh, sorry guys. I'm working up here now, so let me kind of fix y'all. Oh. There we go. Yeah, this is gonna be cumbersome. I need the other tools. Nope, that won't fit. All right. Huh? None of them works? Oh, there we go. Alright, not too tight. I just kind of want to bring it where it needs to go. And then we can shift the other side over, and then we can kind of hold it. So let me hold it over here for a second. Alright, let me let that stay right there for a second. Just for a second. Sometimes I hate these dreaded because they can definitely be a pain in the butt when you're trying to do something with them. Let's see if I can grab it. Can I grab it? So these spring-loaded T-nuts are never. You can tell they're not equally built because some of them would stay in place while some of them are so free that they keep moving on you. And Alright. Now I kind of can. Now I can measure ish, and try to get it, you know, in typically the same direction. It looks good already. It looks leveled already, but I want to make sure that it's measuring the same. Tighten this side up. The beam may be straight, but if the reference surface isn't straight either, neither will the beam be straight. Hey everyone, hey Los Inc. Hit the like button. Hey, yeah, hit the like button, guys. I keep forgetting to say that on my own channel. Hit the like button, guys. I appreciate you guys. You know, you like the stream, just hit the button. It helps me out a lot. It does support the stream, you know? It looks good though, I ain't gonna lie. Just for reference, if you guys look at it, it's pretty straight. I just gotta make sure it's straight that way. It's not leading to this side, it's actually straight up. I'm gonna actually use my thing again. Let me see. Wow, my beam doesn't curve. Where do you get the wobbly laser? Everyone needs more tools. I walk into the tool store and my wife asks, oh, do you need anything? I just say yes. She says, well, what do you need? I say yes. I'm always acquiring new tools. Surprisingly, I think I was talking to you, the Poor Boy channel. I think we both agreed that you can never have enough tools, especially in this hobby. The amount of tool I acquired that I've never used, like especially coming from a PC, you know, the PC enthusiast gaming scene to like the 3D printing scene, the amount of stuff you need, like, you know, I mean everything you think of, to tap, to drill, to cut, to shave, to file, to measure. I mean, you pretty much name it all, you'd really kind of need it, especially if you're doing a custom build, unless you're buying a kit. But even then on kits are not all perfect, so you still need tools to do certain things. So I would say this hobby really does make you acquire a lot of tools that you didn't think you need, but you do. It just makes your life easier. So yeah, very interesting. Very interesting the amount of stuff I've acquired just by this hobby alone. So because I don't like to count out, you know, that's a national secret. Now I feel like I'm stalking you. Oh, you're fine, Richard. You can start me whenever, buddy. You're okay. Welcome back. I have to bounce. Wife is heading home from work, and it's our anniversary. Great stream. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for coming through, Major. I appreciate you, Major Crapster. Thanks for coming through. Every Thursday is a stream from me, so let's look out for my stream every Thursday. Every Thursday I'll do a stream. So from now on, so don't worry. Like you catch more stream in the future. So, but thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. And enjoy the anniversary with your wife. She loves it when I talk nerd dirty to her. You're a mess. You're a mess. Enjoy though. Enjoy yourself, man. I just noticed you don't got no fro. Looks good on you. Oh, thanks. My fro is you know, all twisted and plaited up now, but sometimes I pull it out for maintenance reason. But yeah, it's all braided and whatnot. You know, the wife does the braid, so she does a good job of braiding. Alright, so let's finish this part up here. Alright, so, because I don't have the best measuring tool right now, I'm just going off of what I see. And I'm getting, yeah, right at about 183 millimeters. The difference in the corner here. You see the same thing up here. Okay, there's definitely a difference. Yes, there is a difference because I'm looking at it now. As I move up the ruler, you can see the line shifts. So it's definitely not straight. It is definitely not straight. Okay, so it needs to come over this way. It's not straight. It's definitely not straight. Fortunately, I gotta do the manual method. I wish my thing was working. I would have to do a better job of just kind of measuring it out, but I'm just doing it. The worst part is I know that I need a certain tool but can't afford it. I lost all my tools many years ago when my car burnt out. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks. You should measure from the corner. You should measure from the corner to corner on each side. So from corner to corner? So you mean like this? I'm guessing you mean like this way, right? I'm guessing this is what you're mentioning, from corner to corner. Okay. So from corner to corner, we're exactly at 450 millimeters. If you're talking about corner to corner here, like that. And we're at here. Yeah, it's still off. I figured it was still off though, because I'm seeing 420 on this side. Yes, diagonal. Okay, yeah, it's off. And that, yeah, it's off because it's over here. It's saying 415. Down on this side, it's saying 420. So I am definitely still not completely straight, which I figured. So I might have to go back a little, back this side, for it to be straight. So we're gonna do it. Just a little shift. That looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Just shifting it back over just a little bit kind of fixed that a little bit. So I think we're good here. Yes, listen to Tesla and pull out the diodes. Hey, Joe Duck. Just got my TX6 Android box to put R&B and a clipper on. Yay! Awesome, dude. That's fantastic. Can you not use a short piece of extrusion as a spacer so the caliper can be used? I guess you can do that, right? I guess you probably can do that, Scorebrain. Move it about 2.5 millimeter right. That's what I'm thinking too. Like, it just needed to move a little right. It just needed to be shifted a little right. Hey, Steve. How you doing, Steve? Welcome to the stream again. All right, 420. 420 on the dot. All right, let's try this side now. Let's try this side. 420 on the dot. All right, Tezza, listen, bro, listen, man. I'm gonna have to start listening to your advice because I don't know that was a good way to measure that. See that? I wasn't even thinking. I was trying to do side to side from. You the dude. You're the man. You're the man. Tonight, you're the man, bro. That worked out great. Couldn't be any better. That worked out perfect. You was the man tonight, Tezza. Good call. Make sure the rear is square. Now check the other side as well. now you're giving me work, boy. Now you're giving me work. Okay, let's check the other side. I like the millimeter end. I don't like doing inches. I hate messing with inches. We are reading right up in that corner. Right about 430, 435. Oops. Right up in this corner. We're measuring 435. We're good. 435. Yes, sir. Thank you, Tezza. Good call. Now I know what to do on the other side. We're solid. We're squared up. So it's just really tighten it up now. We're good, and we can work on the other side. Good call. You learn something new every day, I swear. Every time I build a printer, you learn something new. See, my other printer now, my V1.8, I was able to get away with using a caliper because the spacing was kind of smaller. So you're able to use a caliper to make sure everything was squared. But this one it's custom, so that was a good call on that one. All right. Yeah, this is firm. This ain't going nowhere, guys. Yeah, I ain't going nowhere. That's one down. So I can tighten this down now, and we're good to go. Let me see what you guys are saying. Also measure the whole frame. Hey. Yeah, make sure, yeah, 420 time. Now check the other side as well. In millimeter and more accurate, but it's not centered on the frame. Okay. All right, I'll do the other side. Once I do the other side, I'll try to make sure I get the same measurement. That way we can keep it in place. But so far it's rigid. I'm not worried about that now. Looking for. I swear, I lose Allen keys really quickly. There we go. And now we can kind of tighten this down. No. So, oh, I see what you're saying, Tezza. No, it's not meant to be centered. So, this is, what's the word? It's purposely not centered extrusion, right? Because the bed is big, and to account for that bed, because the bed really is not meant to be. Remember, this is a custom build, so it really wasn't meant to be centered. So account for the bed being so big, which is right here. You guys can see it. So account for the bed so being, I push the extrusion a bit forward, okay? So they're not completely centered. So if that's what you're saying, like it's supposed to be centered, no, it's fine, it's okay. I just want to make sure it's squared up the way it is. Because it's to account for the back of the build plate. If I'd centered it, then what will happen is that my tool head wouldn't be on the build plate in the front. When it goes to the front, it wouldn't be on the build plate. When it goes to the back, there would be too much of the bed in the back. So if you understand what I'm saying. So it's not centered on purpose, if you're saying that. Yeah, that's fine. That is okay. That's the purpose. Now I see what you're saying. I wasn't realizing what you're saying until you say it now. But yeah, it's not centered on purpose. Alright. Let me see. I could have sworn I had a okay, it's still there. It's just not out the way. Oh, as long as it's squared. Yeah, it's definitely squared. Because I'm just using the same Tronxy frame, the frame of the Tronxy, so it's definitely squared. But yeah, it was purposeful, not centered. I see what you're saying though. That was a good call. That was good good thinking there. Alright. So this is now much more stable than it was before. And so all I gotta do is just run the little thing in between, and that will stiffen it up. So just let's work on the outer side. We're gonna flip it around and work on the other side, and then after that I'm gonna call the stream. After that I'm done. I'm done. So yes, so let's do the other side. Shouldn't take that long. Try to figure out the best way to do this. Let's pop you guys out from back here and put you guys here for a second. Quick minute. I'll flip it around. Watch a tablet here. Alright, and now you guys can come back right here. Alright, and we're back right here. Alright, so same treatment. So we're gonna have to put the screw in. I'm gonna force it in there. Shift it over here. Like I said, you couldn't get away doing this with a T-slot extrusion. Okay, that's never gonna happen. You'd have to bust up your whole extrusion just to get it in there. But a V-slot makes it a little nice. You know, I'd love to pull the whole frame apart just to get it to slide up in there. And this one is being a little bit more difficult. So let me see if I can finagle this one. Without stripping the threads on the thing. This one looks like it's going to be a little bit more difficult to... Got it. And the reason why I can get away with this, remember it's a V-slot, so there's a little flex on the edge. On the inner edge it's soft, so you kind of just flex it in a little bit, but it pops right back out. So this is not going to be easy to come off. Like if you're asking me to take this back out, it's not going to happen. But getting it in is pretty easy. Millimeters more accurate for sure. My whole desk is covered in them. Alright, loose crap. I need a deal with lazy. Yes, I do, Tesla. I need a lazy Susan. I think that would be awesome if I can build one. My goal is to follow Richard. I want to build a desk Richard suggested, like just a solid desk. Because since I'm not folding this, and the purpose was for this desk, that's why it rocks. It was a foldable desk, so when I'm not doing streams, I can fold it and pull it away. But at this point, this thing is up 24/7. So at this point, I might as well build just a slightly bigger desk, not too big to take up my area, but just slightly bigger and more sturdier. And then I can put a lazy Susan on there, a lazy Susan to be able to spin and stuff. So little improvements are coming. Little improvements are coming. That is the goal. That is definitely the goal. But what I'm happy about now is I'm glad I can take you guys with me, because I didn't have like a close-up cam. So the fact that I can kind of let you guys see what I'm doing is really next level. I like it. Me and my soft acrylic here. Look at it, just popping out and showing everything, exposing everything underneath here. All right. So we got that in. So same treatment. We're gonna go ahead and try to get that placed. Making sure I didn't make a mistake and push the extrusion down where the part didn't get tapped at. That would have been a disaster. Alright. Come on. Where are you? Come on. It's did it shift it on me or something? No, I can't even grab it. Oh no. I can't even grab it no more. It was almost there too. Come on, thingy. Use ice on it, it will shrink a little bit. Real. Hey, zombie. What's up, buddy? Put the screw in the freezer for 30 minutes and it will shrink slightly. Oh! Didn't know that. See, I'm learning. I swear I learn every time I go on a stream. That is cool. Didn't know that. That makes sense. Is it because the screw is soft? Is it because I know with heat things expand, and with cold it retracts. So I'm guessing it's the same principle with a screw, or I'm guessing the type of screw it's out of. I'm guessing with aluminum screw it probably more so than ever, right? I'm assuming that's why it shrinks. I found pieces of granite countertop on table. I had a lazy Susan sitting around the house. I definitely stole that idea from you, Canada. I pull bearings on motorcycle case that way. Oh, I'm trying to catch up with y'all. Hold on. trying to catch up with you guys. Make a build a hell of a lot easier. Yup. Oops, moment. I use the wife oven too, but don't say anything, please. Hey, Joe Duck. Yo. Okay, so you guys answered my question. Okay, so it's the same principle. Okay, I just wanted to know. Because I know typically that's how those things kind of work out. And, after this, guys, we can definitely call it a stream. I just want to finish this side up, and then after this, we'll do everything else. Everything else will be a lot easier. Let me bring this out a little bit because it feels like it's not grabbing like the first one did. Like I had the nut just now, but it just won't stay down. There we go. Finally got it again. It was a little too high. There we go. Now I can tighten it down. It was a little too high, so it wasn't catching. Trying to see how stiff this thing is. It's still not all the way in. There we go. Now it's stiff. Alright, perfect. Bring it down some more. There we go. Alright. Alright. Well, that part is done. So now we just gotta tighten this back piece up and go from there. What I'm looking for. See, guys, why do I? Is this me? It can't be only me. Am I the only one that rests a item down and cannot find it? Like, I can't be the only male in this world that is working on something and rests it down and cannot find it, even though you know it's close by. Okay, there we go. Found it. Ah, God, I hate that. You know, you rest it down, but just can't. I don't know. Yeah. I can't be the only one that experienced that foolishness because it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Okay. You rest the item down. You know you rest it down, but you just cannot find the thing, and it's in front of you laughing. So it's like, haha, I'm right here. Can't find it, but. I usually beat one part and freeze the other part and they slip out. Most of the tools on the CNC work have each in chucks. Nope, none of us have done that. I seen you done it before, Steve. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, Steve. I seen you done it before. That's usually right on my nose. It's not a 3D printed thing if you don't lose a driver over 5 minutes. For sure. You're right, Zombie. It's definitely not 3D printing if you don't lose an item and it's staring right at you, you know? Alright, so let me finish this up here. Alright, that part is done. Just making sure this is there. My flimsy, soft acrylic here. Definitely going to end up redoing this deck panel. It was just like a quick thing to do, but I'm definitely going to redo it at some point. Alright. Here comes the other part. Now we got to run everything else, make sure everything is good on this side. steal some screws. Now we're in the top. Gotta see that. Yeah, they mill the older in 1 or 2 that are smaller than the shaft of the tool, so they grip it. That never happens to me. Yeah, sure. Sure. Invite your friends, neighbor, teacher, classmate, or even someone you meet at a laundromat. That would be good. You're funny, Axe Potato. Oh my goodness. I'll try to fix this camera for you guys. Okay, there we go. Most people here wouldn't know what a 3D printer was if they tripped over it. Oh my goodness. Y'all starting. Let me get... Here we go again. I lost... Bro, I swear, it can't just be me. Dude, I just have a horrible habit of putting things where I can't find them. Horrible habit. I found what I'm looking for. It's just a bad habit. It's just a bad habit. Alright. And 4 pieces of this. Alright, here we go. We're on the last stretch here, fellas. And the last stretch here. It's all metrics, my dude. Teach them all. I'm fairly certain half a build time is finding it, Alan. He's just put down. Dude, I don't know, man. I think it's just me, y'all. Like, I just have a bad habit of just resting stuff down and just trying to hunt for it. And it's in front of me. it's just in that moment I'm so focused on what I'm doing that I forget where I put the tool. It's horrible. It's horrible. But now you've seen all that on stream, so you know it's okay though. It's all right. We all been there once or twice before, so I'm not anything special, but it's just funny when I do it on stream, you know. Hey, you guys like the lighting? Because, you know, if you notice previous stream, it wasn't as bright. So, yeah, I have like 3 bright, insanely bright, high luminance bulbs. So it looks like the sunlight is in here. So if you guys notice any clarity, thanks to those lights. Because I couldn't. I was trying to make sure I get some proper lighting in here. You know? Alright. Time to square off again. It's not you. I think every one of us has done that at least 1,000 times. The humidity is up 38% from 36 this morning. Wow. That's a humid place to live there, man. Tessa? It's a 10mm and 30mm socket that gets lost if you work on cars. Just finally got home. It's freezing here. Whoo! Bundle up, you know. Bundle up. 26, not 36. Print some organizers, put everything back as soon as you take it out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that, zombie. I think that's my biggest problem with me. And I'm realizing that's my biggest downfall, is organizing. For some reason, when it comes to me working on these things, I can work on these things all day. But the organizing aspect of it, I can admit that I'm terrible at it. Like, that's why my desk, like if you notice on my stream desk, look, it's just stuff all over. And I know where it generally is, but I could do better. You know what I'm saying? There's room for growth. I could do better to make it look better. Like the rest of my house don't look like this. It's just this work area. That looks that's just yeah it must be a guy thing, because yeah, it's just yeah. So I gotta work on better organizing that stuff. I'd probably save me a ton of time with half the stuff I do. 10mm of specific black hole, they disappear if you have a glance away. Muse is calling for 7 feet of snow in Sierras. Wow. 25 degrees Fahrenheit in Poland, Oregon right now. We got something like 12 inches of snow yesterday. Listen, I'm happy I live in Florida, but let me tell you something. Florida don't know what it is. If it's not raining tomorrow, it's cold the next day, it's hot the next day. That's why we get sick here. And then this pollen, like Florida is a mess. Like you come here and you automatically will be sick because it doesn't know what weather it's gonna be. Florida is just, yeah, don't listen. Half the forecast of weather forecasters are wrong. I promise you that. They say it's raining and it never rains. Like sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like Florida is its own, I don't know, its own mass of land. Like it doesn't know when it's gonna rain, when it's gonna get cold, when it's gonna get hot. Yeah, Florida is all over the place. Minus 27 here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Wow, Richard. That's some serious cold, man. I'm not jealous of you. We had a lot of rain this summer. Sun heats up groundwater, evaporate. Jesus. That sounds like the Sahara Desert, Tessa. Jeez. Damn. And I'm complaining about 3 degrees. Yeah, Florida is built different. You ain't wrong, Ian. Florida is a whole nother beast by itself. It just needs its own everything. It just doesn't make any sense here. But yep, minus 6.6 Fahrenheit for those that don't get it, get the Celsius conversion. Here in Portugal, it's very humid, 40% humid in the summer. Yeah. Florida is just as bad with humidity, Nuno. It's terrible. That's why I have my AC going on here 24/7. I never open the window. I have a filter to filter out the ABS. That's why I do it, because the moment you crack those windows open in Florida, just forget about your PLA. Okay, that PLA is gonna suck in moisture like it's nobody's business. Florida humidity is insane, insane. So yeah, let's finish this piece. I just got to measure and tighten, and then we can call it a wrap. Corner here. Do it on the other side. Other side. It's just easier for me. All right, we got 420. 420. Okay. 420 right there. All right. Oof. Okay. All right. We got almost 420, but we are off a little bit. I'm thinking we got to go over there a little. That's what I'm thinking. We got to shift him. Let's shift him. Let's shift him right here a little bit. It's just off just a tiny bit. Just keep it in place right here. This was off by a millimeter or two in this corner. About 2 more millimeters across, because it's definitely off just a little bit more, so I'm going to have to take it over here. All right, we're at 420. All right, measure this side again, just to be on the safe side here. 420. All right, we should have 435 on this side. If not, we're gonna have to figure something out here, but we should have 435. All right, 435. Should have 435 over here. Yep, 435. We're solid, fellas. We're good. So now I can tighten this up and we're good. All right. Hey, Teza, thanks again for that tip, bro. Thank you so much for that tip, because that made this whole process so much easier. This is why I like streaming, because I learn a lot from y'all. Alright, I gotta keep up with y'all. Y'all are saying something. Alright, summer here. Oh, no. Anything below 50 Fahrenheit is way too cold for us in the southern bones. It's so true, Ian. Yeah, anything below 50 is serious stuff. I have to throw on a jacket. It was close to 80 Fahrenheit here today, about 67 degrees Fahrenheit at the moment. That's not too bad. I can deal with that, the Poor Buy channel. Yeah, the southeast US is basically 90 degrees, 90% humidity during the summer. Yep, insane. Shordell, minus 18 here feels like minus 26 here in Newfoundland. Alright, wow. That's pretty cool. I'm not jealous of you guys that live in minus negative Celsius temperatures. I'm not jealous. Not one bit. It's good for my PC if I want to, you know, water cool my PC and want the best temperature for overclocking. But it's not good for my body. Like, I don't want that. So I'm good. My condolences. Oh, man. One day in the swamp, it was 10 degrees Fahrenheit, raining. These two weathers from Alaska were crying. It's freaking freezing. What the fuck? Why is it not snowing? I replied, welcome to Florida. Florida is insane. Florida is insane. No problem. Steve reminded me of it. Oh, awesome. Steve is great, man. Steve is awesome. I remember minus 45 degree running log picker truck in White Court. Just kind of keeping up with y'all, what y'all saying. The older I get, the worse off my joints are. I believe that. Especially in the cold. I definitely believe that. Speed benches outside. No cooling needed. You got a point, zombie. That's a good point. Who's willing to run their machine in negative, 16 degrees? I would love to see what a printer look like. I wonder if your hot end or even your bed could heat up. I think your bed would be struggling or your hot end be struggling to maintain temperatures at that point. But that would be funny. What did I do? Steve, yeah, what's your name mentioned that you reminded him to square up the frame like this? Is what I'm saying. Hopefully I'm correlating that message right. It could be something else, but I guess you reminded him about squaring up, measuring the frame, like the equal between the framing here, like this. Guess what he's saying? If you did, great, you know. It is helping me. Squaring the frame by measuring diagonally. Yeah. If you did, great, Steve. Good job, because it really helped me tonight. It really did. It really did tonight. It came through clutch. And again, thank you guys for helping me out, because I would probably be doing some weird measurements trying to figure it out. So just making sure that was tightened properly. Maybe not yet. Let's do the top first. Let's do the top. Yeah, this ain't going nowhere. All right. That is done, fellas. Squared up, lined up, everything is looking good. So now, what we're gonna do next week, next week I should basically be done with this, honestly, next week build. So basically next week what I'm gonna do, now that we kind of got this done, is just run the, if I have one, we're just gonna mount this here. But of course we got to put the T-nut in place. We're gonna screw it on here, same thing for the other side. Then we run back our frame our bed frame back on here, and then once that's done, then we just do our gantry again. So we should be able to cover a lot next week. This is just more the challenging part of this part here. It's just the running this, make sure this is squared up and stuff, but it is. So I'm happy here. I'm really happy with the results here. So it's really just running back everything, and we should be good. Like I said, I love the 1.8. It's a great platform. I really did like this, and I like this conversion too, because it served its purpose. It does a really good job printing. Wasn't Steve? Okay. Oh, Steve go, I also watched Steve's streams, and I've noticed him using the method many times, which is why I told GoldenJaguar to try it. Yeah, it's great. It's a great method. Like, yeah, it's awesome. I'm now learning new tools, and I've watched it too, but I've just never taken notice that you can do it that way. But now that I know it, it'll be cement to do it that way, diagonally. It seems a lot easier because you can square it up so much better that way. Yeah, so guys, thanks for letting me entertain you guys. Thanks for coming through during the midweek. It's almost the end of the week. Tomorrow is Friday, TGIF. But I appreciate you guys coming. Just let me entertain you guys, and you guys liking the content. And I'll keep streaming. Like I said, the more you guys watch, the more I'm going to keep streaming. Thursday afternoon is my afternoon. I'll keep doing it until such and such time. But this was fun. This was fun. The streams are getting better. I'm improving on the streams a little bit better. I'm learning a lot from you guys. I'm seeing a lot of new faces, and it's really nice. It's really nice. I feel good about it. So, but I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna go to the gym and go work out. I need to work out. So I'll catch you guys later, and I'll see you guys next week to finish this up, and then we'll talk about what we got to do next week. So, and guys, peace out. Enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.